and all of a sudden Tony wakes up to being wet. Just
So
wet,
like,
dude. Like someone's dumping water
what the
on
fuck is happening? Like, getting soaked. Not just wet, but like pillow soaked, blanket soaked. Like, what the fuck is going on? Probably drunk from the night before still too.
absolutely.
Just like,
For
what
sure.
the fuck is going on? Just, crank it the fuck up! What the fuck? What the? I was like, oh, fucking crank, your mom's outside hosing me down. What the fuck? Fuck out. Everybody gets out now.
Remember when I kicked everyone out with the axe? I pulled a battle axe because the cops came.
The cops are there, yeah.
The cops came.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast, guys. We're coming at you live from our new studio, and it's looking pretty fucking snazzy, if I don't say so myself.
It's
thank you.
clean.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not that bad, right?
Yeah.
Not
Bright
bad.
balls.
Coming on up.
Bright lights. But, you know, that's
The
all right.
lights are bright, yeah. But we need them for our glowing complexions.
That's right.
Today we have one of my dearest friends, literally a man I shared a bed with.
We did.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And his beautiful wife, which I still can't imagine why she stays with him.
She didn't share bed with us.
Yeah, Tony and Amy. Living in Portland has just literally escaped the woke invasion, I guess. Right?
Yes.
You guys are on the run down here.
Yes.
Is that what happened?
You gotta take a break every now and again.
Jeez,
from
Louise.
politically correct. It's
a lot of nice
exhausting.
people there. A lot of nice people. A lot of soft people.
We were talking about that last night.
Yeah, I mean, I love the people there.
Yeah.
They're all really nice. Like, I've never met more friendly people, really. When I first moved there, people, you know, strangers walking down the street say hi to you. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you want? Like, oh, just saying hi.
Oh, just hi
What's
then.
up? That's nice. Yeah. So super nice, but then, you know, they're fucking soft. I mean,
Yeah.
if you
It's
say
weird,
some rude
right?
shit, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
rude. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, all right. I mean,
But unless it's something that offends them, and then they could be real rude.
Yeah.
They'll-
Yeah.
They will try to get you fired.
swing
They'll try to
wildly.
get you,
Yeah.
you know,
In
just
trouble.
completely wiped off the map. But that's okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
That's-
okay to ruin somebody's life, you know, for saying something that you think is rude.
Yeah, there's a lot of vengeance out there, man. I
There
mean, you
is,
fucking
dude,
misgender someone or you fucking whatever, and there's like,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, forget
Don't
it.
you
I'm
dare.
waiting. I know it's going to happen, and if it happens, I'm going to immediately go into go fuck yourself mode.
I struggle with it a little bit. I mean, at my job, I'm gonna be a manager now, so you got to be real cool with everything. And
Right.
I try to be as cool anyway. I mean, all right, I respect you. You want to be called this or that or they or whatever. I try real hard, but I fucking forget sometimes. And people are like, hey, you just called me she. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
Fuck, dude.
I'm fucking sorry.
Also, just give me
I
the
just can't- I
updates.
just
Like,
can't.
I can anticipate.
No.
Like, some people are like, you know, they go by this name, you know, 1 month, next month or another name. You're like,
fucking-
I need, like, I don't know, I guess a, you know, newsreel or something. Give me
What
something
do we
to
got?
work with here.
A newsletter or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, it's weird because you on here a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year or
And it
two
was
ago,
kind
2
of
years
in the
ago.
pandemic, right? Or pre,
Yeah.
like right around in the pandemic.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, and like you were telling me that they had just decriminalized all drugs.
Oh, yeah, that went
basically
well.
in Portland, all this
Yeah.
shit. And
That
for the
was-
record, I love Portland. It was every time I've ever been there,
It's
I've had
been
an
so much
incredible
fun.
fucking time. You know what I mean? It just when I'm down here, which according to everyone else in this place in the United States, LA is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And I'm here, and I'm like, it's actually pretty nice. Like, we're fine. So you know, it's easy to shit on Portland because I'm not there.
Oh,
at
it's
all.
fun though.
Yeah.
Like, man,
Yeah.
Portland's just easy.
But
easy
they have
to
their
make
own
fun.
thing.
I love it
They're
too,
big
but
time.
yeah,
Yeah, the
I
Portlandia
make
thing.
fun of the city, like, you know, more
Constantly.
than
Yeah.
I love to.
See, but I was
love it.
interested in it because of kind of what you just touched on is I go to LA all the time.
Yeah.
I go to the garment. This was just at the garment district like 3 weeks ago. Went down there for a show down in the arts district
Yeah.
and like a little underground speakeasy type deal that was really really cool. And I every time I go down there, there's good food. It's a lot of fun. You walk around the corner and there's an encampment. True, but
Yeah.
it's still like it's not
just a
it's not that
city.
bad. It's just a big city.
fucking
Yeah,
city,
it gets
yeah.
bad rap, and I don't know, people are like, oh, this and that. Like, dude, every city's got its problems. Every
Yeah.
city's got some fucked up shit going on. It just depends on where you're getting your news from or what
Yeah,
you're
that's-
watching
that's-
and
Yeah,
and
choosing to fucking see.
Yeah,
you know what I
what you're
mean?
choosing to see and how people spin it, and the whole drug decriminalization thing looked really good on paper, and they had promised that they're going to start like open rehabs and really try to get people help.
Right,
We're going to
right.
decriminalize everything, so we stop putting people in jail and put them in rehab centers.
Right.
Except they didn't follow through with the rehab shit.
Right.
They
Yeah.
didn't give proper funding for it, and it fucking fell apart. And they didn't anticipate, oh hey, if you decriminalize everything, guess what? Drug dealers now move in and go, cool, it's legal. I can have an ounce of fucking cocaine on me or fucking
Right.
fentanyl or whatever
Liquid
the fuck, and
fentanyl.
nobody's
Liquid?
going to
Liquid.
fucking
Wow.
Yeah,
bust me.
Right.
That's-
right.
And they're selling it for like 40 cents a pill.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It's insane.
Fucking insane.
Yeah.
Fentanyl pill 40
40
cents.
Yeah.
fucking
That's
cents.
a good deal,
Or we
dude.
had to like shut down the whole.
4 cans.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta collect. 4 cans.
So about
You get
10
high as
Yeah.
fuck.
That's crazy.
About 10 years ago, there's the deposits on these are 5 cents. They made it 10 cents
Yeah.
to help the homeless population. Okay, look, fucking, you're collecting cans already. We're gonna make them 10 cents a piece, so you get 100 of them. That's $10. That's a fucking meal for a day or two.
Wow.
Real
yeah.
quick, for people from California, you don't understand how this works. With us, we have a 5-cent redemption thing that you pay 5 cents for the bottle, or you pay whatever it is for the 12-pack, and you pay for it, but you really don't get anything from it. You don't get that back. You don't get, well, in Oregon, if you pay a nickel, you get a nickel. So like when I lived in Washington as a kid, we would collect stuff,
Yeah.
and like mounds of stuff would be set off to
Oh
the
shit,
side.
we got our first casualty on the floor.
Oh, wow, that didn't,
Coffee
that
down,
didn't take long.
dude. Shit.
Oh, that's yours, woman.
At least it's coffee and doesn't stain,
Yeah.
right?
That's fine.
mine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but so that was
wondering
that's
what
the
was gonna
thing
happen
about
on this.
Yeah.
like you actually get your nickel back when you
Yeah.
turn it in,
Yeah.
and when you're
Yeah.
collecting,
Yeah.
that can be a lot.
Yeah, and we actually we go through we just pile our we basically put our cans out kind of as like a it's
Yeah.
like a deal with like the folks in our
don't
neighborhood.
fuck with our
They
shit,
don't fuck
kinda,
with our
yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah.
they don't dig through our trash at 2 a.m. They don't like for the most
Fucking
part
steal
we
shit
don't
from
get
our
like
porch.
Yeah, our porch is usually untouched, and it's like I think it's just kind of I don't know an unspoken agreement. It's like
Right, yeah.
we'll give you guys our cans, we
Yeah.
just don't fuck with our shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's cool though.
It's
it's a
Yeah,
good
so it
agreement. It
Yeah.
works fine. Yeah, we've been living in the same spot for like 15 years, and we've had 1 car stolen and like 2 break-ins in the other. But like over a 15-year span, that's
not
I'll
bad.
take it.
Not
That's
bad.
not
For a
bad.
city?
Yeah,
For like a legit
yeah, we
city,
live
yeah.
very close, and we're like about 17 blocks off the river on the east
Right,
side of
right.
town. So
Yeah, but when you were telling me about the decriminalization and shit, you were like, I think you were still like, I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. But did it turn? I mean, you said they just
Oregon,
Oh yeah, they just like
yeah.
rescinded that. They were like, okay,
Oh, this
okay,
is
okay,
not
yeah.
working.
Oregon is famous for implementing things so terribly.
Yeah.
Like they get these like grand ideas and then they don't think the shit through and
Right.
they just like roll it out. Like, oh my god, paid leave Oregon, the Oregon health program, like just disaster
Every
after.
fucking time.
Yeah, and so when I voted yes for the bill for 110 and I was like I like the idea and like the way they wrote the bill
Of course,
also
yeah, it's
was
all-
like
everything looks great.
It's a
Sounded
lot
fabulous.
of good intentions.
Right,
But-
right.
And
Yeah.
it's
At least they
yeah, but
redacted
no-
it. If
Yeah.
it was done here in California, Newsom would have just rode that shit to the end, man.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, you
right
never
into
know.
his somehow his
Yeah,
presidency.
we got a change in governors, and she was like, "Nah, this has got to.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
ain't working."
really.
So,
Yeah, Tina Kotek
yeah.
was like,
Did you
So
see
far,
a
pretty
major
happy.
difference, like in what was happening on the streets? Like,
Well, she came when she came into office. She declared like an emergency, so
Yeah.
it opened up a lot of funding.
Yeah.
We have seen a huge difference in like the cleanliness of downtown.
right? Because it was pretty
There's still
bad for a
graffiti and
while,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, but really only within like certain neighborhoods that have always had issues still have issue. Like
Same with LA.
Yeah, there's like a specific Safeway that has been known for like way back into the 80s. It's on Southwest Jefferson and 11th in downtown. And it is like there's stories and books about the creepy Safeway or the sketchy
Yeah,
Safeway.
yeah.
It's always been like, there's always like drug activity and, theft and whatever.
For a minute too, so the state also said that like if there's not a recycling center where you can take your cans in close by, if you're a grocery store that sells these, you have to redeem these
required.
cans. You have to take these
Oh,
cans
they'd
back.
have to take them
So
back.
we were taking 144 cans from everybody. They set a limit at least. So all right, so
Yeah.
we have to take 144. So motherfuckers line up for days, bringing in bags of filthy fucking cans
Oh, damn.
to like recycle. Like, oh my god! So that was happening at Safeway, and so the fentanyl dealers would just stand right there at the end,
Like,
let
right
the dude
across
do
the
his
street.
thing, and then they would
Wow.
just
Yeah.
right there.
Collect the
Cool.
money.
They would-
fucking
Money.
drive.
Yeah,
It
you
would
could
just
like
exchange.
cash
It was so
in
fucking
and like
crazy.
get loaded on the same block, no problem.
dude,
like,
yeah.
and
That's
so
incredible,
they
man.
just had like this whole block was just like
Yeah.
lined with people like laying in the streets and shit. And so they actually cracked down on that neighborhood here in the last month, and the people that living in this neighborhood, which is wild. It's like they interview these like little old ladies who've lived there for like 30 years or whatever. And they're like, well, it seems to be getting better. I'm like, I don't know how you're living in that neighborhood.
Crazy,
lady.
dude. Yeah.
Goddamn.
Some of those areas are still relatively cheap rent-wise.
Right.
So
Yeah,
there's still
yeah.
Right.
some Section 8 out there and
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
make
that's
it a little
crazy,
affordable for some people that, you know, I don't know,
Yeah.
have Social Security or whatever.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, it got really gnarly for a while,
Yeah.
and it's
It's
finally
coming
getting
back.
cleaned up. Now you go
That's good,
downtown and
yeah.
go, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You're
I'm
starting to
gonna
see some
walk around
hope
here,
a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were downtown actually about a month ago. We just walked down to go to some stores that were around like Pioneer Square, and I was like, I actually took a photo because I was like, there are no cigarette butts, no needles, no trash of any kind, no
Wow.
foil. It was like clean, like real clean. And we did like a big walk through like downtown and then across like one of the more problematic areas is up by the Steel Bridge. There's like a needle return center there. They usually do a lot of like food distribution
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's a big collecting area. And even there, I was like, it's fucking clean, man.
That's
It's
cool.
wild.
Yeah, it's
so
nice to see,
some
man.
money's going into it somewhere, but I mean, then you go like 5 blocks over and it's still a fucking disaster.
Yeah,
but
they're still laying off teachers and fucking doing
Yeah.
all the other shit,
Oh,
right?
God,
And
yeah.
that happens here.
I'm
man.
so glad I'm not a parent in the
That's
fucking
fucking
Portland
crazy,
school
dude.
district. Like, dude,
The hoops.
those kids are gonna be going to school like through summer like, to make up for like all the time they lost this
Yeah,
last year.
so now
It
there's a no
sucks.
fail rate.
Yeah.
Like they don't fail kids
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
It's-
There's-
yeah,
because
just
my
shuffling on
daughter's
through.
school, like they fail your ass like for sure.
Yeah.
And you have to retake my daughter already had to retake classes again, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it's like there's LA or there's somewhere I just read a thing that it's like they're just pushing kids through now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Which
Yeah.
is whatever. I mean, high school in general
Yeah.
is very
My
low
cousin
on the
Tim's
things.
a teacher,
Totally.
and he too is like, I'm part of the problem because they gave me criteria, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna push this through because you're not helping me. I gotta do all this shit on my own. I'm fucking
Right,
buying my
right.
own things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
No
just trying to
teacher
get
can
these
fix
kids the bare minimum,
Right.
and then out.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to be able to teach them more, but you're not giving me the fucking
Yeah,
funding
you
for it.
didn't
You're not
have
At
to.
least,
helping me.
at least there's a big blue and yellow flag on everybody's lawn
Right.
and
Right.
everybody's wall.
Yeah,
as you're
right.
Yeah,
walking into
yeah.
the school.
Yeah.
You know, at least,
Your priorities
you
in
got
the
that
right place.
There's a lot of that.
None of these politicians make money off education.
No.
You know?
Jesus.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
for the one lady that what was it? I can't remember her name. They were trying to make her. Trump was trying to make her head of education. I wish I could remember her name.
Oh,
But
yeah.
she was garbage, man.
She was awful.
She's just a horrible. No, we don't. We'll give you a voucher so you can send your kid to whatever school
Yeah.
you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that voucher we all know is not going to cover it.
Yeah.
So if you want a loan,
Yeah.
I'll give you the loan because that's what my family already
Yeah.
does. We do all the student loans for the colleges,
Oh, yeah,
so
they'll loan you
we'll
money
just
all
do
day.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy,
It's like,
dude.
what is going on here? You know?
Privatized education, man. That's
crazy.
where it's
Yeah.
going. We will not have public. I mean, think about it now. If you suggested something like public libraries now, that would never ever
Yeah,
happen.
people fight that shit.
Like,
Right. Well,
yeah.
money, funding for this, funding
Socialism.
for that.
It's like, well,
What we need is a new baseball stadium, and that's what we're going to
Yeah.
push for. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck
yeah,
you want a
we
fucking
need
baseball
corporate
stadium?
Because the
money.
baseball
That's
stadium
gonna
makes them a
save
ton of
us.
money.
Yeah.
You know, like in Seattle, the whatever that the stadium's called up
Yeah,
in Seattle.
CenturyLink.
All my CenturyLink.
Yeah,
All my
yeah.
people there, because my family's up there. They're like they threw this thing together, and it is the worst planning ever. So it's like here's this big stadium, and then none of the traffic patterns make
Yeah.
any sense at all.
It's
So it's just a fucking nightmare
Yeah.
every time there's a game.
I did an event actually at that field, and coming out of like we were coming from the north end, and you come out that tunnel, and it's like literally you're just like, boom, here you go, and like there's no.
There's no.
No
There's no
line,
like
no
Wi-Fi or
radio
anything in the
signal.
tunnel, so you're like, if you're trying to like use your GPS or something, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, guess we're heading to the fucking airport now,
Right.
and then like
Yeah.
coming back, it's like it's such a like cluster.
Seattle's another city that's kind of gone to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah.
When I went up there the last time and was visiting family and stuff, I asked my cousin, like, hey, I'm gonna go to the liquor store, and she's like, oh, okay. And then her husband's like, well, be careful. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We're in Federal Way. Like, what am I gonna worry about? I don't know if it was Federal Way or not, but
somewhere in there.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I can definitely handle myself. Yeah. Ole pues, I ain't scared, homie. But then when I got there and I got out of the car, I went,
maybe I'm a little scared. Hold on.
Please put that wallet in my socket.
no, let's put my gun in my pocket. I was leaving it in the car.
Yeah.
You know, it literally, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. It was
Is
was
it
definitely.
anything like Aurora Avenue? Because I've stayed out there a couple of times. Aurora? Like, it's like a kind of northeast part. Like, you head across, like, past the...
So when I was growing up, what was the early place to be was Tacoma.
Oh,
And
yeah.
other than that,
sure.
it was just all more working class communities.
That is a fun follow on Instagram if you follow that. What the fuck, Seattle? They got a lot of really great Tacoma content.
Tacoma is a wild city.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking nuts.
It's the same thing. It's every port city. It's why San Francisco has, and not even really San Francisco, because that's kind of where the rich people were. It's Oakland, and then in LA it's Long Beach or San Pedro.
It's all that stuff
it's
on
all
the peripheral
garbage.
avenue.
It's all people getting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. I wonder, how long have you guys been married now?
It'll be 14 years
14
in October.
years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
Isn't it wild? You start having to do that.
Yeah,
You're 19 together now.
Yes.
And 13 married or whatever.
Because you guys got married, like, I don't know, like 3 months before us, I think.
Really?
Yeah, you got married first. We came down for that, and then you guys came up for ours.
When did you guys get married?
We're 13 married now.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys are 13.
Was it like June? Or wait, what
No,
month was it?
it was last week, so
okay.
March.
Yeah. Okay, so
But
it was a bit more.
anyway,
than
I
that.
wanted to ask how are you doing? Are you okay?
Great.
Not you. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about
He's
her.
not talking to you. No, I'm handling it well.
It's a lot, this guy.
No, fortunately.
It's a lot. I'm a lot.
We're actually driving over here just talking about how we're pretty stoked that, like, we both actually really like our families, each other's families, and each other's friends. We don't typically,
Yeah.
we mesh well, actually. It all worked out really nice, so it was
Thank
great.
God you got her, dude.
Fucking God.
Locked it down.
I've spent many years, so I'm gonna give you some context here because me and Tony met each other randomly. Kind of, you know what I mean? It was a random meet-ish.
I think it was the fair. So we had bumped into each other before, and then we saw each other at the Ventana Fair. I was like, oh, dude, and hugged and go, let's just hang out.
You know what? You want to hear a real real? I thought you were Kenji.
I know.
I didn't know.
I know that. Because everybody that was like really like, hey, what's up? And didn't really know me. Like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, look, this motherfucker thinks I'm fucking Japanese right now. That's cool. I'm gonna roll with it. That's fine. Let's do that. I look just like this. Just like Kenji.
Because I saw you both in the same night, I think.
Yeah.
That's what
When I first met Kenji, I was like, what? Are you sure you guys aren't?
Bitch, yeah. That's really weird. Yeah. You don't
Of course, Kenji and I are like, what the fuck, dude? Not even close. Not even close. Fuck all of you white people. What the fuck?
So we started hanging out, and I think I was the first time I ever moved out of my house was with you
and I, yeah, same.
both the same time, right?
Same, yeah. That was our first place, and we were both working at Salzer's, and Kelly Selberg.
Oh yeah.
She came in and was like, hey, like, we need roommates because, people moved out and whatever, and we got a garage. If you guys want to live in a garage, like, well, fuck yeah. Like, what's rent? Like, oh, $300. Like, ooh, a piece? Like, no, for the whole thing. It's like,
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So me and Tony lived at this place called the Moon Tower is what it was called, and it was. Me and Tony split the garage. It was the best deal, honestly.
so
we had the
good.
whole garage to ourselves.
Fucking
killer fucking spot.
We
right?
drove down to the Carpeteria.
Oh, that's right.
Went through their dumpster. Like, it's this concrete floor. It's like, well, let's just go get some fucking flooring. Let's do that. So we went down to the Carpeteria in their dumpster dive, matting, and like 3 different types of carpet.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Let's fucking made it our spot.
We had literally, it was like the equivalent of Step Brothers. Dude.
Yeah.
Like we had just the most
Would you
pizza
come to in the garage?
activities, dude. We're fucking We had our beds like right next to each other, like assholes. We didn't even have a divider.
No,
dude.
no.
Like, we literally just shared a fucking.
How old were you guys?
Old enough, 20,
Yeah,
like.
18, 19, 20. So no, it must have been 20.
But that's about right. We were
21.
21.
Way
Yeah,
20.
Yeah, but that's about right.
No, I know, but it's
You
just
know?
in hindsight, it's so ridiculous
so
that me and this
yeah.
me and this guy we barely knew each other. We knew that I
got
really liked you, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like immediately we were like instant fucking roommates.
Yeah.
Like it was
Buddies?
because it was $150 a month.
Yeah.
It was like we could scrounge that. You know
Fuck
what I
yeah,
mean?
dude.
Yeah.
It's
But there was also 9 people living in that house.
There's a lot of people in
a
that
four
house.
bedroom?
4-bedroom.
4-bedroom house, 9
3
fucking
dudes in the
people
master
there.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Kelly had her own place. Larson had his own place, his own room,
and then Justin
fucking
and his
Titsworth.
chick. Yeah. And then me and him in the garage. And it was it was chaos, dude.
All
Like,
the time, always.
The whole fucking time.
We moved in and we're like, we don't really want to live in a party house. We want to like whatever. Like,
The night
like
people
oh yeah,
moving
no,
in.
we don't fucking party. It's fine. We don't party that hard. The first night we moved in,
Yeah.
there was like 100 fucking people at our house.
Jesus.
In the backyard, in the house, like so packed. Like you'd open that sliding glass door. I'm like, I can't fucking get in there. I can't even get in the house. I'm gonna go piss outside, I guess, because I can't fucking. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Good thing we didn't
And
move in
we
a party
got
house.
we rolled right in.
Yeah, dude, and fucking took charge. There was some
Yeah.
times too, like, all right, the fuck out. Everybody gets out
Yeah.
now.
Remember when I kicked everyone out with the axe? I pulled a battle axe
story.
because the cops came.
The cops were there, yeah.
The cops came for like the second time.
Dude,
They're like,
they were
we have to show up
pissed.
again. You're getting a $1,000 ticket.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, fucking.
Cool.
And then of course, like we lived with all these emo guys, right?
Oh, God.
And no one could tell anyone to get out. I was like, well, hold my fucking beer. Dude. So I went in my room and I
got
grabbed
this.
this battle axe. I was like, hey, I'm gonna start swinging this motherfucker, and if you ain't out of the house and you're in my way, it's your fucking fault. And I just start swinging this axe, like, and people were, the cops were
Spilling
still
out.
there. The cops are watching people run out of this house, and I walk out with an axe, and they're all, well, that fucking did it.
We got no complaints.
That kid was like, this dude's badass.
But
This is the fucking best. This is, fuck yeah.
Me and Tony would go and it's like one of us would get ridiculously like uncontrollably hammered one
Hammered.
night, and then the next night it would be my turn, dude.
Yeah.
And do you have this footage, right, of me stabbing you with?
Dude, no. It's, oh my God. I wish I had it still. I've got it somewhere. So you were like yelling at someone, and then you were playing around, but you're like, I'm gonna fucking stab you. And he goes and pulls a fucking tack out of the wall, and he's like, I'm gonna stab you right in the fucking heart. And everyone's like, oh my God. And they're grabbing, and he's fucking stabbing at someone, and they're like trying to grab Craig. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you with a fucking tack. I fucking thumbtack.
I just fucking drilled someone in the chest with a fucking
Craig
thumbtack.
didn't really drink before this. Craig
Yeah.
was like pretty much straight edge up until
Yeah, I
like
didn't
he
drink
moved
till
into
my
this
21st
house.
birthday.
And then suddenly everyone's like, whoa, Craig's a fucking animal. Jesus. Stop feeding that dude alcohol.
Kenny, you remember some of that? Kenny was at the house
Yeah,
party.
man,
at the time.
there was some nights there was
Yeah, it was nuts. And that's on video somewhere. I remember you were
we got it
filming.
somewhere.
Yeah,
I think
we
I
found
tried
the
to
party
stab
tape.
you.
Yeah, I've got, maybe it's on the,
Is it on the party
it's on
tape?
the party tape.
Ooh.
We
Because-
found the party tape
What's
when we
the
were
party
moving
tape?
once.
But Ezekiel and
old-
fucking what's her name
Oh
making
my
out.
God, yeah.
Dude,
Those-
I've got some footage that I
I
should
bet,
probably
yeah.
like
Oh,
I don't know,
man.
put
Yeah,
out
it was
this. Oh man,
Pure fucking chaos at that
it was a good
house.
time.
Oh, man.
It was
Yeah.
a good time. It was.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of the most fun times I'd ever had in my life. Just
I think my favorite
Just
story
living.
of you guys living together is your mom in the garden house,
Oh my
dude.
God, yeah.
dude.
So we lived at
fucking- oh
that
my
house,
God.
and of course that everyone got kicked out because
Yeah,
the landlord
we got
finally
booted.
was like, enough, like this
Yeah.
is nuts.
Well, the whole neighborhood hated us.
Yeah,
The neighbors on all sides fucking hated the
It was,
fuck
and
out
I
of
don't
us.
blame him. Yeah, I mean, as a grown man now, like
Yeah, like, I would hate him.
Well, I think the real clincher too was the neighbors right next door had just a freshly poured concrete driveway, and two assholes that lived there, who remain unnamed, walked through that shit. Like, I mean, you're talking like 6-inch deep fucking prints.
like found the rebar,
Directly
you know what I mean?
across.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They were fucking furious.
Oh, I
like,
forgot
and
about
rightly
that.
so. I mean, what the
Totally did.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck? did-
I would
oh,
lost.
God.
I'd be the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, totally.
I would've went
We're
straight to
lucky
jail.
they were not gun-toting people
Totally.
because they would have.
Yeah, we were such a nightmare. So we get kicked out of that house, and then we find the Hummingbird house, right?
That 5-bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
the
that
5-bedroom apartment in Montalvo.
We got
It was-
two people in every room. Like,
You
all
can
right,
legally
cool.
have 2 people on the lease in every room.
Yeah, so 10 people in that spot.
Oh shit!
And then at some
It was a
point,
project, right? It's like a project house, and behind 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
It was $1,500 a month
exactly what you're talking about.
for a 5-room fucking apartment.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we were like, oh fuck yeah! So of course, me and Tony do the wise thing, and we decide to share a room still. Yet again, we're paying fucking $110.
It was $250. Then it went up. It went up $100 because we're like, okay,
money.
every room is $500. We'll split this room $250.
Yeah,
Cool.
$250.
Rent went up. Oh,
And then we didn't have a bed for a while. I think we were sleeping on a futon together.
it was like a
at one
weird-
point.
yeah.
It got real weird. Dude. It got fucking really weird.
got weird.
So I'm living there. It's Christmas morning, right?
Oh my god.
And my mom had this. She just was like having a hard time letting go of her fucking son, right?
Yeah, just
so
move.
she's telling me like, you need to be there at Christmas morning, 7 a.m. And I'm like, no fucking way, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Not happening, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing.
And she only
that.
lived up the street.
Yeah,
She
it was like
just up
right
the
around
hill.
the corner. Like
it's
you know,
not-
it's my first not my first Christmas. I mean, anyway, very close to just being like. I'm a man, dude, and I'm like, I'm not showing up at, I'll be there for sure, but I don't have kids and I'm not fucking doing this,
Yeah.
right? So at literally 6:45,
Oh my god.
Tony's bed is under the window and my bed's right here in
And
the
the window's
corner.
wide open because
The window's wide open. It's a fucking project. There's 1,000 people in it, right? And all of a sudden, Tony wakes up to being wet. Just
So it's
wet,
like-
dude. Like
it's
someone's
fucking
dumping
wet.
water
What the
on him.
fuck is happening? Like, getting soaked. Not just wet, but like pillow soaked, blanket soaked. Like, what the fuck is going on? Probably drunk from the night before
we're
still, too.
absolutely-
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah, for
what
sure.
the fuck is going on? Just, Craig, get the fuck up! What the fuck? What the hell? I was like, oh, fucking Craig, your mom's outside hosing me down. What the fuck?
She cut to the yard, fucking pound on the door, no one answers.
She brought her own hose. There's no hose in
She
the house.
was
She brought her
prepared.
hose from the house, connected it outside, and was just like,
It was premeditated for sure.
this is like, who the fuck am I living with? Like, your family's insane.
Yes.
It's like, not a knock on the door, hose in
maybe
the
she
window,
didn't knock
first
on the
thing.
door.
Just
That's-
like,
I
she
forgot
didn't even
that.
knock. It's like, get the
She's
fuck
been
up.
dealing with him for so long. She's like,
Dude,
I
she
know how
had
to
me
deal
out.
with this.
Yeah. She got him to the house.
Yeah, I was out, dude. I got up. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, what? You need to fucking be there. I was like, you just soaked Tony. Like, poor Tony. Like, me, I get it. Like, but Tony was just straight getting
And she was
rained
like,
on.
nah, sorry, Tony, but I mean, you're living with Craig and I had to
get
get him up. Like, that's by association, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
You're literally just in trouble. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Just for no reason. You're fucking busted too. You know what? What are you even doing here? Go to your house. Be there for fucking Christmas.
Call your mom.
Yeah.
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 Well, I'll spare you all the stories of the walking up the stairs and just going to your room and you're all, fuck, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, you'd come upstairs and I'd have the sock on the door.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And then we have
It was
the
a
sock.
no-go.
Yeah, so there's a sock on the door eating and just
Yeah.
fucked. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was rough.
For you, sir.
You weren't fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
The other one was.
Yeah, little bit of jealousy.
Well, usually,
you know.
I was usually walking up and there was someone thinking I was sneaky, but I was like, well, I guess we're doing it on the couch.
And you guys, and just for reference, you guys remember they only have one bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we had two
Well,
beds
at that point, when we first started one bed, and then we quickly realized we need two.
2 beds.
One bed's not gonna work.
Yeah, my brother and I lived, Terrace Avenue in Oxford.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we lived in those apartments on Terrace.
yeah.
And it was me and my mom and my brother, and we had a 1-bedroom apartment, ghetto as fuck. I mean, ghetto as fuck. Shout out to Joe Rivas.
Yeah, Joe Rivas.
But we had bunk beds.
Oh, nice.
And my brother had the top bunk,
beds.
and I had the bottom bunk.
Oh, boy.
And I would come home and I'd be like, why
Motherfucker.
is my bed what's going, and then I like pull it back and go, hey bro, do you have a girl over here? Yeah. Man, go wash my sheets, bro. Go clean my sheets. Well, I wasn't gonna use the top bunk. Clean
we
my
know.
fucking
The
sheets,
the
bro. Yeah.
The floor then.
Yeah.
Do you want one, Tony?
Oh, man.
Interested in a shot?
I'm
Shot?
That's a yes.
She's my girlfriend.
I'll
It's
take
good.
it.
It's good
Yeah.
tequila.
It is good tequila.
All right, it was good.
I know, Tony. You've really calmed down on the drinking. Huh?
Yeah, I don't. I got fucking too much Indian in my blood, and it fucking makes me
He
crazy.
does get a little fire and water.
Makes me
Maybe
crazy.
He really does. I
There's
can't
been
tell
times
you.
I woke up in dumpsters.
Oh yeah.
I remember partying hard and then walking over to Buck and Fletcher's house way back when.
God, R.I.P.
And
Buck, dude.
oh, God, Buck. Oh yeah, fucking. Here's to Buck too.
Yeah.
Fucking Buck's amazing. Most punk
Did you
dude I
ever
ever
meet Buck?
fucking knew.
God, dude.
I wish
fucking
I'd met him.
the
Dude,
best
you would know
dude.
if you met him. Like, there would be no fucking. You'd be like, oh my God, I met him.
But I remember
Anyway, we
walking
gotta
to
tell
their
some
house
stories,
and
yeah.
showing up, and I had these bright red Converse on. And they like, I walk in and I was like, oh, those Converse! You're the dude that was stuck in the bush. And I'm like, what? And I go,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
we're coming home from the bar, and some dude is fucking face first in the bushes. All you can see is these fucking 2 red shoes poking out of the fucking bushes. Like, I got fucked up. Okay. And then they moved on. They didn't go, you're fucked up. Sorry, pal. So sorry, but you're luck. And I show up and go, that's fucking you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, crap.
Dude, when Tony would get really drunk, he would like, we'd be walking home from the bar, and he'd be like,
knock shit
like
over.
he'd be like this, like all fucking antsy and shit. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna fucking break a window.
Party
I'm like, no,
demon.
you're not. Like, stop. And he'd fucking pick up a rock,
The
and I'd
party
have to
demon
rip
was
the
real.
rock out of his
Yeah.
hand because he was gonna smash like,
That
the
BM
back
was like,
with.
fuck this BMW.
Yeah.
Watch this. And he's like, nope.
I'm like,
He's like, I
dude.
can fucking outrun that guy. He's like, yeah, but I can't, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to fight still.
I'm gonna get my ass beat. Like,
On behalf of you.
Oh, man. Yeah.
and so many times I had to stop you from doing that.
Big concrete trash cans they had on Main Street.
Yeah.
Walking down the street, he's like, I can knock that over. Like, what the fuck? Don't. He's like, I could do it. Watch. Like, no. And I'm fucking rocking this thing. Boom. Tumbles onto the side and just Indiana Jones all the way down the street. Like, motherfuckers better get out of the way. And we just fucking bolt. Like, what the fuck? Are you
Jumping
doing?
it like Donkey Kong. It was fucking chaos. Dude, it was nuts. We were
So
nuts.
you guys then spent time downtown a lot then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so you guys now to enjoy the new downtown. What did you think?
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, it really started to change when I moved at like 2005,
Right.
2004, the early 2000s. You know, there was the Daily Grind, which is a Starbucks
Yeah.
now, and we
No,
could
yeah.
fucking hang out there. They would just let us hang out, and
Right.
then 2 West on the opposite corner, which is Patty's now.
Becky worked at the Daily Grind.
Yeah.
She's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
She's my sister. She worked at the Daily Grind. I go see her there. She ended up going down to 2 West and working at 2 West.
Yeah, and they would let us hang out. 2 West would let us just fucking kick it there, and it was no problem. And then Starbucks moved in, and you know the 2 West became a gay bar, so you couldn't hang out there
Yeah.
if you were underage. And all these places were like, underage kids can't hang out. You can't hang out here. You can't hang out there. It's like, what do we fucking do now? Like, it's, all the thrift stores turned into boutiques and fucking everything.
I
So
started off working at the Mayfair Theater.
oh yeah, okay, cool.
Because I first got out of jail. That's where I went, and I was sitting in an NA meeting, and I needed a job, and was like, "Hey, if anybody has some work, I'm looking."
I'm doing.
And the guy his name was Chris that ran it came over and said, "Hey, man, I'll pay you. I think it was $25 a night."
Damn. Right.
And it was enough to pay my probation fees every month. So I
Nice.
was there, man,
Yeah.
and that's how I got to meet because I never knew anybody, but like Tony Cortez and the guys from El Repute and like all the bands that you guys were in and knew of, and so I didn't know any of them until I started working at Mayfair, and I'm like, oh, they'd be like, dude, Green Day's playing. I'm like, okay.
No.
I don't give a shit. You know?
Dude, it's gonna be a full-blown riot.
Yeah,
Did they tell you that part?
Oh, no, you might get pepper sprayed. No, didn't tell me that part either.
Yeah. Nobody
Shout out
tells you
to
that
DJ.
good stuff. They're just like, just come work for us. You'll be all right.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I was fine. I had no
Definitely
problems.
skinheads in Midtown won't fight with Pierpont and the Avenue at the same time.
All of them.
For sure.
Dude, oh my
All of
god,
them.
that was there were gnarly times.
There was
so
the
many
90s
other like
and like
the Hells
90s
Angels were there,
nuts,
and like the Pierpont Boys and all that shit.
Yeah.
Every time you go in a Star Theater, you'd hang out for a little or Star Bar.
Yeah.
Hang out for a little while, and then you're like, oh, the crowd.
And the
that-
Star
that
Bar was
crowd's coming
the
in.
Star Bar was gnarly, which people don't like because I was doing security. I did the security at Nickleby's. I did security at the Bermuda Triangle, and literally went from the Mayfair to the Bermuda Triangle to Nickleby's, and then did Nickleby's until 2000. Then quit doing security, like in bar format.
Yeah.
But all of those bars were nuts.
Yeah.
You know,
Those
you would
fucking
like,
crazy bars, dude.
Bermuda Triangle is what like GG's I guess would be now.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like where they have the different like hardcore shows, and the same thing with the Bermuda Triangle, and there'd be a little competition there, and then you would have the fucking disco. Why I can't?
Metro.
Metro. And then
yeah,
Metro
yeah.
would be kind of the hip hop thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
But then you had the dive bars.
In between all that shit.
Yeah, you had the Rendezvous, you had the Star,
Rendezvous.
which was gnarly. I mean, gnarly. You know, and remember, I don't know if you guys remember when you would walk into the sewer, and it was so overgrown that whole seating area was complete. There was no. It was a hallway to the bar, and then you'd walk in there, and it was just all derelict. So, you know, I mean, it was so many crazy derelict drunk people, just. It was the best.
Yeah,
it really was, man.
You pine for the old shit.
Yeah,
Those dive bars.
I definitely don't miss the skinheads as a brown person.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was good times.
For entertainment.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was nice to you know. I mean, if you were rolling with your group, it was fine. That's not a place I would ever go into alone. I never went to Star Bar alone. I never went to fucking Sansui alone. I always rolled with people because I'm gonna get fucked up there by myself.
For sure. But it was a totally known thing. Like,
there was skins there and like fucking whatever. We'd have to do it. And my 21st birthday, we rolled like 15 deep and just like fucking dominated all those places. That was the first time I ever got kicked out of a bar, and it was the Star Bar. And I remember sitting in the chair just, and the fucking bartender looks over and was like, "If that fucking dude pukes, I'm gonna fuck you guys up. Kill him out." I'm like, "Oh god!" And they fucking grabbed me and threw me outside. And I was outside.
That's a good bartender.
He fucking knew. He saw it coming.
It's my 21st birthday. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna dude."
The characters that were invented at that time, and that's what I was interested in, because I know you guys were going down there and you guys had been here before and hadn't been here in a long time, but I miss the characters. I miss the people. I miss like
all the Top Hat crew that would hang out. Crazy John.
Oh yeah,
Crazy John that had cancer and was supposed to have died years and years and years
He's
ago.
gonna outlive all of
and
them.
would still. I don't know if I saw him or something that looked like him, but he was still always going.
No fucking teeth, mush mouth, crazy as fuck. Somehow just like made it.
But we all. We all kind of supported him in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, how you doing?
He would come up on stage for Missing 23rd shows and like sing. Matt Cash, fucking
the best.
Dude, he still texts with him to this day.
Well, same.
And
so
he doesn't know how to
around.
read. Yeah, he doesn't know how to. Well, this was as of like a couple of years ago, but he doesn't know how to read or write, so he just sends voicemail, like voice text. And we were dying, like recording some dad brain shit, dude. And he was playing the voicemails from him, and it was the funniest shit I've ever heard. Man.
Well, he was on Instagram for a hot minute too, doing crazy shit, and then started taking his pants off and got booted. I go, well, okay. Easy now. Like your crazy rants are fun.
The characters down there though were unbelievable. My best friend again, Wes from the Cook Smokehouse and doing whatever he does. He worked at Camarillo State Hospital.
When it was still that.
We would, and him and I, thick as thieves back then. You know, we didn't really do a whole lot without each other. Like that was my crew of 15 was him. You know, we would just always hang out together, and he knew everybody's tick. He knew, like there was the one older guy. Remember the skinny dude that would wear like a white shirt and white pants? He was an old guy. He walked with his hand behind his back. So he knew him from the hospital. And he would go by and start talking to him and be like, "How are the bunnies?" Or some like outrageous shit. And the dude would go, start just talking about wacky shit, man, and he would do that all over town. And he would do it all the time.
Like, I thought you never asked.
So much fun, man. It was so cool. And just, you know, he'd wind them up, and then he was good at winding people up. You know?
Oh God,
But that was, I missed that part of Ventura so much, because my lady and I went and walked around, and we took my dog down there to try to get her acclimated, and we were walking around, and it's just none of it.
It's hard to believe seeing it now, like, because I wasn't around in that era, but like coming and seeing that now and hearing these stories, I'm like, really?
Yeah, downtown was like, I had to make a couple decisions before you went downtown. It was like, am I ready to fist fight tonight? Am I ready to fucking maybe get arrested? Am I ready to fucking run for my life?
Run for your life.
We're going in.
Those are a few things.
Chased by gang members.
So let's do it tonight.
Exciting.
I'm sure we've talked about it, but I was 23 years old when I started doing security down there, and I did it until I was almost 30. And I look back now and I see like my nephews and my nieces and kids around me that are like 23 and 24 years old, and I go, wow, I was telling dudes that look like me, go fuck yourself, get out of my bar.
Right.
You know, and was 100% committed to it.
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever we're going to do, we're going to do. You
Yeah.
know, I never had a problem with the kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and ran into them a bunch.
Yeah.
Well,
Still, it's like,
you do
you know,
fit the bill.
Oh, yeah, back then, back then I had hair down the middle of my back.
Yeah.
And I was not, you know, it didn't look like the part at all.
You had hair?
I had a lot of hair.
That's amazing.
I had a curl.
You did not.
Had a
Oh, yeah.
curl?
I had a curl.
God, we gotta find some hair. Can
Yeah.
you dive on Jay, please?
This
Yeah.
pre-cameras, bruh.
Yeah, right.
There's some people
You gotta
that
go
might
find
have a
physical
picture,
photos.
but there's a lot of people that would love to see it when I had that curl, bro.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to miss. Like, you know, you get down there, like we walked around today, and you're like,
Yeah.
God, you know,
This is
and there's some
dumb.
okay,
It's very
cool shops.
clean.
There's like some pretty cool shops that have opened.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
But yeah, it does have like a
just
kind
all
of
the-
sterile
All the bite
aspect.
went away. Yeah. You know, we walked around and it was like there was, well, first of all, there was nobody downtown. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I hope really, and I hear that they might be getting rid of it, but I hope that they get rid of all the shit so they open Main Street
Oh,
up again.
really?
Well, there's no
They're
need
trying
for it.
to, yeah.
there's
Yeah.
absolutely no need. Those spots do not help anything anymore. COVID's gone.
Right.
You know, it was bullshit to begin with. Just get rid of it all and make it back to where,
Yeah.
because then the places will fill up. You won't walk by some, in my opinion, you walk by some place and you're like, well, that's dead. Well, it's
Yeah.
not really dead. Everybody's inside where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
create the environment, create
Right.
the
Yeah.
atmosphere again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
walking around, like we walked around the corner, and I don't know which place it was, but I walked around the corner. I was like, what's going?
What the
Are we in Santa Barbara?
Yes!
Totally. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that
Fuck
today.
is that? The whole,
Yeah, we were
the
talking
whole
about that
place was like
Yeah.
all these different, very vanilla people that I'm like, I don't
Real
want
soft,
to go
real
sit
soft
down.
serve out there.
Oh,
Right.
there you
Yeah,
go.
man.
That's soft serve. Yeah, I like that. You know?
That fucking soft serve action.
I think it's a different type of soft serve. A different soft serve than, you know, Portland's a little bit
Yeah,
more.
that's
you
another
know,
soft serve.
Yeah.
Another
yeah.
variety.
Soft serve over there.
Yeah, when you guys were leaving, because we all lunched together today, when you guys were going downtown, I couldn't wait to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because I you know, I'm from Oxnard. I appreciate the man that it made me. If it wasn't for that, I couldn't have done what I did when I moved here. But I miss the walking down Main Street at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Going, hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing?
Yeah.
How you got? What's
Really?
happening? And we'd all just stand there and talk for a little bit on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and then go, hey, we're gonna get a shot. Let's go get a shot. Or
Yeah.
let's go get a coffee at 2 West. Or
Yeah.
you know, it was such
Yeah.
a good time.
Well, growing up with that roughness too created a savviness. You know, you have to watch your back when shit is rough, and when the
Right.
fucking there's people around. You're like, all right, what's going on? Those dudes are shady, and they keep fucking looking at me.
Oh, yeah.
So now I got to be aware of whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, so when we went to Amy and I went to Europe, you know, several years ago. Well, 2010 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doing some shit, and like you know, we were in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And we got a hotel that was like not in the tourist area. It was very much like a neighborhood. We're like,
Right.
this is real sketchy and whatever.
Yeah.
So like, let's just go to the bar and fucking go back to the hotel. And we sit down, and there's sure enough like three. As soon as I walk in, 3 skinheads, and I notice them. Amy doesn't notice. I'm
I
like,
did
okay,
not.
those fucking dudes.
I did not.
She's all, this is nice.
Yeah, like, oh, that's different.
So I'm the only like dark skinned dude
Yeah.
in there. And we
The
sit
only.
down, we're having our beers, and I
Yeah.
kind of glance over. Like,
Did they walk up and call you Mohammed?
No, but they're fucking but they're staring hard, and I'm like, Amy, like, hey, finish your beer. It's like, like, finish your fucking beer, because those 3 dudes
Fast.
at the bar will not stop staring at me. And she says, what? She looks over and go, oh, and they're
Yeah.
mad dogging. They're not staring.
Instantly.
They're like,
Yeah, the second I
mad
made
on
eye
me.
contact, I was like, oh, I
So
know
I'm
what
like,
that
cool,
look
let's
is.
just fucking, and then dip. And she's like, well, you were on that. I was like, yeah, because I fucking know
I'm
how
aware.
to fucking, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something
I need to
about
be
being
aware.
raised in skate times
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
we talk about all the time, like situational awareness.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
sure.
I walk into anywhere and I'm like, this guy might be a problem.
Yeah.
Here's the exit.
Yeah.
Immediately,
You know
everywhere I
what I
go
mean?
now, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, who's here? Who's in the bar? What's
Right.
going on?
It's something I think's very, especially I think that we're going to have more and more problems coming up in the future, and I think that that's going to be a savior for a bunch of us. And I think that a lot of these people are going to be like, "What's going on? I don't understand. What is it? What's going on with these 5 guys that are running in here
Yeah.
right now?"
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, "Out the door now. Let's go."
Yeah.
Bye.
Because
You know, and
yeah.
it is a thing that I do with anybody that I'm hanging out with is like,
Yeah.
hey, look, if I say bounce, don't question
Yeah.
me. We
Right.
bounce.
We gotta
Just
grab your
period.
coat.
That's it.
Let's
We're
go.
fucking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
it's
have-
that
yeah.
same exact thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've seen it
And
too
just
many
like,
times.
just being aware of like what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's places just aren't as dangerous. It seems like, or they're not.
They're
or they
not.
just push the dangerous. Dangerous has been pushed out because of
Yeah.
rent and whatever.
Right.
I don't think that dangerous is the same anymore at all.
It's not. Yeah, it's
You
definitely
know,
not.
dangerous is and Jordan Peterson, I think, is the one that I first heard talk about. There's nothing more dangerous than a pack of young men together with nothing else to do.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
You know, and just running.
dangerous.
Well, now they all have something else to do.
Right. They got
You-
camera in
you
their
know,
face.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
trying to do a TikTok
Yeah.
dance
Yeah.
at the bar.
Their mom and dad won't let them leave the house
Right,
at
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
19
Dad cut
years
off the
old.
credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know. I got some kids that live next door to me, man. That it's 2 kids, great family, and those kids are never in the house. They're always outdoor playing,
Yeah.
always, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
is a joy.
It's-
Every time I see them, man, it's
Yeah.
just a joy to
Isn't
see
that
them just
awesome?
out there doing it.
Yeah.
you know?
Great, yeah.
like,
yeah,
yeah,
we got kicked
still
out of the
do-
house a lot. Like, hey, get the fuck out of the
yeah.
house and go do something. Because you're
We
being
weren't
loud,
allowed.
you're being obnoxious.
Right.
Go outside, go walk. Just get the fuck, go walk to Josh's house and fucking get out of my
Get
house.
out of here.
I've had conversation many times over the years, and it's
Yeah.
only till recently that I realized that nobody kicked me out of the house.
Oh yeah.
I woke up and left.
Yeah.
You chose.
I had
yeah.
no interest
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
being in
yeah.
the house. Cartoons are over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast is done.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you
Yeah.
find that out?
You get on your bike
walk
and ride out.
Yeah.
Right over your
like-
Bike
friend's
would have
house.
been
Yeah.
nice. You know, yeah. You get out and you walk
Yeah.
You walk
to
down.
wherever. And that was into high school. That was, in, you know, I lived
yeah.
when I lived on Terrace. All my friends were in El Dorado and Leavenwood.
Yeah.
So you got up in the morning and
You
did
walk
your
across
stuff, and on
Oxnard to do
Saturday
that
you
shit.
walk
Sure,
in.
yeah.
You know, if somebody happens to leave a bicycle in the front yard,
Yeah.
you know,
Looking like
you would
Debo out there.
literally, yeah, straight over, and if they looked for it, they'd find it because you didn't
'Cause it's
keep
gonna-
it, you just
Yeah,
dropped it right there by the
on the side.
7-Eleven. You know,
Yeah, it's about a mile up the road.
Yeah.
You'll find it. Someone will find it.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of that. I mean, we would walk all over the goddamn place.
all over.
Fuck,
And it was so
fuck,
much fun.
Yeah.
You know,
It
You
was.
explore, you fucking poke dead shit with a
Yeah.
stick, you know, and fucking like,
Hey, Craig, I wonder where Tony's at. Let's go find him.
Yeah, let's go find
Yeah,
it.
it would,
Totally.
you know, and we just walked this way. Now we're walking that
Right.
way.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
love
like
it.
11 o'clock, and it's like, hey, man, okay, we got to come up with $4 so
Right.
that we can go find somebody. Give them $1 to buy a 40 so that we can get a couple of 40s, you know, and then
Yeah.
scam a burrito for another $1.
yeah.
Or
Best
spending
times
an
ever, man.
entire
Really, though.
Saturday trying to get your weed, like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it was a
Oh,
full
my
day
God. It's
mission.
beautiful, dude, yeah.
Like, oh.
Dude.
I mean, when this all, you know, when everything became legal, it was like, this is awesome, so cool, it's great.
It's the best.
Yeah.
But there's like an element
The
of
hunt,
it,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
the
like
hunt.
it's not
Yeah, yeah.
Call a
quite
dude that's got
as.
a call a dude that's got
Yeah.
a call a dude.
Like I'm sitting on someone's sketchy ass sofa for like an hour and a half
Oh
while they
my
wait for
God,
so and so
dude.
to come by.
Fucking
Yeah.
hanging
Yeah.
out. That's the
Watching
thing.
somebody
Like,
play Tony Hawk for like
bro, my cousin's
3
gonna
hours.
come by, blah blah blah. Like maybe a half hour, maybe 3 hours later. Like, dude, where's your cousin at? Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna come through any minute now, and then comes through with like the shittiest weed.
The worst, yeah.
All we
Alright.
had was shitty weed.
That's
when I
all,
was
yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't have
For the
all.
longest.
Every once in a
had
while,
some
you
good
would hear
stuff.
that little whisper of beauty of green bud.
Yeah.
There wasn't. You know, we didn't catch a name until the name was Alaskan Thunderfuck, and that's the
yeah.
first time we heard a name.
really?
that
That
we
was the
put
last
together.
first
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you want $50 for a gram?
That blows my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
That blows my
please,
mind.
White
please.
Widow was
I
a
would
thing.
take it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
White
another
Widow.
That was
great
my
one,
first
man.
named brand,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like,
AK-47.
Oh,
Yeah.
but then you'd get it and you'd take a hit off of it, and it just fucking tasted amazing.
Yeah.
And
Sent
you
you
were
to the
just
moon.
everybody was
Yeah.
in giggle mode and having a good time.
Yeah.
And just munchies kick in,
That
and
early high,
oh
man.
my
Oh,
god.
Buying
They're
nothing
fine.
matches it.
sheets of weed, like this big fucking weird matted
Yeah.
flat
I
sheet.
sold that shit,
$40
bro.
bucks. Like, it's an ounce, but look, and then you break it up, and
Dude.
more than half of it is
It looks
seeds.
like a piece of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I bought major quantities of that shit many times over the years, and it literally you would grab a
brick,
just
yeah.
and then you'd go back to the house and you'd peel it apart and you'd put it in a 55-gallon trash bag and you'd throw some fruit or something in there and you'd leave it in there overnight so that it rehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
And then it added weight and it made it taste better, and then you could sell it for a little bit more. But it's the same garbage ass weed that everybody else had.
Buying the corners, this weird little pyramid corner, someone just like fucking sawed a piece off.
Yeah.
Like, there you go. That's, I don't know what that weighs, but $20. Like,
Yeah, picking the seeds out of it. You can't even roll the seeds out of it. You gotta pick them out because it's so fucking
you gotta
tight.
squeeze it all and fucking mash it all up.
And then you're smoking, it's all. And you're like,
Oh, I'm gonna have a headache.
Yeah. Oh, that
instantly.
smell too. It's like,
Yeah.
damn.
now you would be stoked to find a seed.
Yeah,
in weed.
I'm gonna fucking grill this bitch.
Yeah, like worth money. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't believe those numbers that they put on those things, the percentages and all that shit.
I
Like,
fucking do.
I just
Good
like,
Lord.
man. Well, I don't know. Maybe I like gummies.
I just like,
I don't know. I get stuff that says it's like 30% THC or
True.
whatever,
Fuck, dude.
and I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just smoking too long, but it's
you
just
guys,
like
you guys
this
are heavy
doesn't.
users,
I mean-
though, right? Because
yeah.
I will tell you,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
become an absolute pussy. I
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
dude. I don't smoke weed anymore. Like really at
Weed
all.
is one of those things where you can't really stop and come back to it. It's hard. It's hard to do
Yeah.
it. If you don't maintain, like, once you lose your tolerance, the fucking paranoia comes in
Yeah.
super hard, and like the way they grow shit nowadays,
It's
fucking
like, yeah.
If I
insane.
eat it, I
It's
get
fucking
paranoid.
insane.
Eating it will fuck
Yeah,
your whole
I
life.
can't do the eating. I
It's
gotta
the same
smoke it.
quantity, then.
Yeah.
Like my lady and I went to LA yesterday, went to the drag races out in Pomona on Saturday. And on the way, we both took a corner of a 10 milligrams. So we quartered it.
Oh, yeah.
And we ate it. And we were cruising along. And then all of a sudden, both of us were just singing and having a good time. But we weren't high.
Yeah.
Right.
We just were elevated.
Yeah.
You know, and that and mushrooms, man. I fucking
love
love
that.
just
Yeah.
a little bit that just changes all of
changes
everything,
the-
man.
Yeah,
It
the
makes
edible game is
everything better.
fucking proper, man. Portland's got some shit that's down too, and they've got a brand called Drops, and they've got like different like levels of it, like a creative one and a fucking chill.
Yeah.
And this one called Rose that I love, and it puts me in the best fucking
Oh
mood.
man,
One
it's
little
like
bit,
rose-colored glasses.
fucking
Yeah.
stoked all
Yeah.
day. Like
Yeah.
whatever's going
You
on.
really
like,
do, because part of me thinks that's bullshit.
No,
Like,
I
you know what I
way,
mean?
dude.
Like, it's just like it
these
tells you that you're gonna be
Yeah,
creative, so you're all.
like, it'll happen. Yeah.
It
I mean,
just gives you the
they,
energy
they
to
have
do
it down to
shit.
the science, you know what I mean? But
Possibly, yeah.
it's wild.
I don't know what the brand is, and I know Kiva or Cateva. There's one that I really like.
Oh, the
It's
Kiva
a gummy.
bars?
The Kiva is the one, but they also do other things besides the
Yeah.
bars. And there's another one that comes in like it's a little octagon thing that's a really nice
Oh,
packaging.
the wild stuff.
The wild
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Yeah,
It's
wild.
another one, man.
Yeah, they
Fucking
do some
good,
nice
man.
stuff.
They
Really?
know what they're
Yeah.
My
doing.
wife hated weed, and when we got together, I was like, "Hey, man, this will help with some of this stuff," and she's like, "No, fuck it." Anytime I smell weed, it just makes me think of destitution and horrible parenting.
Whoa.
And I was like, wow, shit, yeah. And I was, okay. You
got a background
Enough
story to
said.
that.
No, it definitely was, man. And-
Let's call it therapy
Yeah.
first.
but then we started kind of dabbling with the edibles, and like the wild was one, and there's another one that comes in a tin, and it was the same thing. Like she would eat the ones to go to sleep at night. She'd do the sleepy time
Yeah.
one, and
Yeah.
she'd go straight to bed, and she
Yeah.
could not sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
my
know,
mom
and the
too,
other ones would
not-
make you creative
yeah.
and happy and feel good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're curated well. And mom too has a hard time sleeping. And she's like, well, I tried all these other things and found out these little fucking THC gummies.
No,
a little
put you
one,
right on your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
puts it right out, and I sleep all fucking night.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
I'm
there you
just
go.
shocked at the quality. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
like very rarely I'll eat like a 2.5 mil blueberry, and I'm like,
I'm in.
ooh, what the fuck? You know, whereas me,
Yeah.
you knew me back in the day, I would smoke weed all fucking day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
You know, and I
it
grew
hits
weed
so
that
much
was like
different.
28% THC, and
Yeah.
like I could smoke that shit, and it was
Yeah.
no
No
problem.
problem.
See,
You know
this
what I
is
mean?
why.
But this is like a
hold on.
different animal.
This is why this fool is sitting there talking about like I don't know, man. It seems like it's kind of bullshit. Now he's talking about how he grew weed to his 28%.
No, seriously, I had it
THC.
tested. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Who tested it?
I had it
Who
tested.
tested it? Shiner.
I sent it to you.
Shiner tested it. You're like, hey, buddy, test this
We
for
love you,
me.
Shiner.
Shiner's like, that's 28%.
I just
Basically,
know. I
yeah.
just fucking know.
No, I'm taking this along.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, honestly, like my last batch that my dad grew, I smoked some of that. Well, you and I did like in the fall or whenever the hell he was done with it, and oh my god, that shit got me so. But it was like straight off the plant. He had just
Yeah,
hung it.
just hung
And
it
so I
right
think
up.
a lot of that shit that they like say is like 30%.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it was when it first came off
maybe,
the
yeah,
plant.
yeah.
But now that it's been handled by God
Yeah.
knows how many
Yeah.
people,
Yeah. Right.
it's not nearly there. Because
Yeah.
like you smoke something like fresh, and it's just like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
maybe
that's
that's-
a
yeah.
whole other game, man.
Yeah,
Like
I started
it's
growing my own
great.
too, and I don't have it tested because I don't need to fucking test it. What it's weed. It either gets me high or fuck it doesn't. And yeah, we grew good weed. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, it smells
Yeah.
good, it
Yeah.
tastes good. It gets you like kind of the perfect amount of high. You know,
Right.
obviously if you smoke too much, you get fucking paranoid or sleep or whatever. But a few hits and whatever, I go, all right, that's cool. I'm good. That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. When I was growing, we were living in Ohio. We were growing
Bushes.
100 pounds
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
So to sell it, I would send it out and get it tested to see what it was, and it was like pretty goddamn high. Like for outdoor shit, it was like pretty high, man. But
Yeah.
but it was all Blue Dream, which
it
was like
the
my,
one you-
my favorite.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite.
I love
but it
Blue
started,
Dream as a
it
green
started making me
crack or
really
whatever. There's
paranoid.
another one
dude.
that I like a lot.
It's Blue
It's all
Dream,
sativas, man.
Headband
Yeah.
was my favorite.
Headband, I love
was
that
my
Headband.
favorite.
Headband, yeah.
I wrote a whole ass record in one night on Headband.
Yeah.
dude.
You can't
Yeah.
get some of that shit anymore. Now, like,
It's
there's
all
so much cross pollination.
yeah.
People
Right.
can't call it the
Nothing's
same
pure.
thing anymore. Because, like, well, this was headband, but then it crossed with this other shit.
Yeah.
Because you got Dum Dum over here, like,
Yeah.
growing shit, and my helper goes from room to room to room, not changing clothes, not changing gloves, not whatever. So you bring pollen from this room to that room, and now
Right.
you've got a weird cross.
I don't know my same boy West.
You're just
That's what he
throwing
does.
it- Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh yeah.
That's just what he does.
Yeah.
It's what he's been doing. When we were hanging out
Yeah.
together, he was completely sober, and I, for years, said, "Man, I hope one day this dude starts smoking weed. Because if
Some
this
people,
fucking
man.
guy starts smoking weed, he's gonna grow the best fucking weed ever.
Right.
Because he's such a fucking freak when it comes to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
getting into stuff. He just gets
Yeah.
into it, and that's what he does now.
Yeah.
And
That's
he is
awesome.
all out. Everything's controlled. Everything is like
Right.
he is super obsessive about growing the
Yeah.
best and getting the best
Yeah.
out of it, man. It's
My
amazing.
homeboy Brian grows right now for a shop, and he was like growing with these dudes, and there was tweakers fucking growing this shit. He's like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, there's
Yeah.
mold here. You got a fucking bucket of water sitting there. Why do you have fucking water just
Right.
sitting out here? You're fucking, you got mold. Ah.
Contaminating the
So
air.
he basically kind of was like, look, went to the boss and go, I'll grow all these motherfuckers. Fucking get rid of these. I mean, it's I'm paraphrasing all this,
Yeah.
but he's like, get rid of these fucking dudes. Let me just do this thing. So, through whatever things, they all left. And now he's doing it, and he's growing fucking killer right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just dominating.
Is
Oh
that
my
the
God, Brian.
G-Star
Yeah, the
that we had
G-Star
recently?
and this stuff called Happy.
Nice.
Fuck, man, he just grows killer
Yeah.
fucking weed all
Yeah,
day. It's,
yeah.
oh,
Do you
man.
guys know where a lot of this all started? So when I was a kid growing up in Washington, we didn't have Mexican weed.
Yeah.
All we
Well,
had
Same.
was
Too far.
all we had was
Good
green bud.
stuff.
It was
Yeah,
all it was
same.
it was all just really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, a big part of that came from Washington University.
Yeah.
So they were one of the colleges that was allowed to
experiment.
grow
Go for
and
research.
experiment and do all that.
really?
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of that ended up in. Because I remember being a kid and like my auntie would show up and be like, "Hey, look what I grew," and she would open up what we would call a donkey. And it would just be this gigantic fucking bud that
Yeah,
was beautiful.
It's-
And
yeah,
I would
yeah.
take like, I'd sneak a little bud and then go take a little toke and
yeah.
then be fucking blitzed.
Just ways.
When people would talk about, I remember the first time I really smoked a bunch in a row, and I was probably 11 or 12, and was listening to like Ted Nugent and the log cabin on Hood's
The
Canal,
Nugent.
and shit was just pulsating.
Yeah, it's like,
And
it would make you hallucinate way back
moving.
then. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, when we were just in high school, it was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
We finally got chronic, and it didn't have a name. They just called it chronic.
Yeah.
Like, all right, it's chronic, and we would smoke that, and like, whoa, and you would like turn your head from one to the other, and
Everything
frame
would
by
go.
frame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then let's smoke some more.
Partying so hard with these dudes, smoking a bunch of weed, and I was in this beanbag chair, and we had those fucking Hostess, fucking pies, little chocolate pies, and we're fucking munching, and I wake up the next day, fucking glued to this beanbag. Like, what the fuck? Just peeling off my face. Like, oh, I fell asleep on my pie. Chocolate here, all over the fucking thing, just like glued to this thing. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, goddamn weed. Fucking all over my face. All over. You know, that beanbag.
Did you guys watch Jimmy Kimmel just like 4 days ago had first it was Dr. Dre.
Right.
Oh.
And then it was Snoop Dogg, and then it was 50 Cent.
Really?
And so,
50 cents.
yeah, you know, so you gotta,
It's just 2 quarters on the table.
if you haven't, well, obviously you guys haven't watched it, but they talk about how chronic happened, how it ended up being chronic, and that was because it was called hydroponic,
Hydroponic, yeah,
and then Snoop and them just started saying it was the chronic instead of the whole hydroponic. It was chronic.
Just like chronic.
Yeah, because of the the crip shit. So they just, this is chronic. Yeah. So that's how it ended up
Oh,
getting
damn.
called chronic.
Oh, man, funny. Yeah.
Bless those.
And that was just good weed. No name, just chronic. It's better than that garbage.
You don't need another name. Exactly.
That's crazy, man.
And
For
that
us,
was,
it was just green bud. I mean, you know, if you come from the Pacific Northwest, it was just green
Yeah,
bud.
I grew
That
up
was
in
it was.
Central Oregon, so almost everything was outdoor grown, but it all tasted like alfalfa, but it was good. It,
Yeah,
like, you know,
strong, yeah.
for a long time, I honestly, like, I think the first like weed I ever smoked that wasn't grown in an alfalfa field, I was like, what the fuck is this? This tastes
This is
totally
weird,
right.
and you would ask
It's
your,
like a
your
field.
dealer at a point too. You got chronic or you got the fucking green shit? And like, well, I got chronic. All right, cool. And so you find people. He's only got green, so we'll fucking buy the green, whatever. And like, nah, that dude's got chronic. Let's go over there and fucking on the side of town or
See,
whatever.
that was, you guys way more advanced than we were. You had
It was late in the
you got,
game, but
you
still.
got Mexican shit, or you got green shit. There was no
No variation.
nothing else. It was Mexican, and
It was like
it
it wasn't until the late
Yeah.
90s that you could
Yeah.
start really
Yeah.
finding guys that had like crazy.
Totally. Yeah, crazy.
I wish I could get you guys, and maybe you guys kind of have an understanding, but the overwhelming joy of finding a fucking $60 gram of fucking green bud was insane.
Found it
was.
right outside.
Overwhelming.
I parked in front, like, I don't know, I was in high school or something. Parked in front of the house. I get out of my car, literally sitting right there in front of the door of my car that I got out of was a fat fucking sack, hadn't been touched, and I was just like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude,
You know,
yeah.
I'm like a teenager, so I'm like, I got a job, but I'm hardly making money. I'm just like, this is fucking amazing. Because I'm usually going in on a sack with, like, 2 or 3 other people.
Yeah.
I'm like,
On a
it's
gram.
all for me.
On a gram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I'm not telling anybody.
No, God knows, man. It's 9. All 9.
You'd get it and plan a whole thing
Yeah.
around a gram
Yeah.
of weed.
Right.
Yeah.
You would plan like you'd
The
be
whole
like,
day.
we're going
Yeah.
we're gonna go to the punch bowls, we're gonna go to the beach, we're gonna go, we're gonna go have a bonfire out at Honduras.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we're just-
yeah.
The whole thing off a fucking gram.
Yeah.
You,
Make that shit
it'd be
last.
stoked.
Right.
Yeah, you
And
get out there,
sometimes that was a
you drink
$40
little bit.
gram.
Oh, yeah, dude, I paid 50 or 60 for a gram of
Yeah.
green bud. That's,
It's like-
that's not that's
Crazy to
real,
think now.
dude.
Yeah.
It's
It's insane to think now. It's like you see an eighth for $40. Like, you fucking want $40 for an eighth?
Oh, get out of
yeah,
here.
so here,
You go to the place down the street got $40 half ounces.
What do we do how much is an eighth at most of these shops? If you want an eighth of specific good stuff, it's still $60
Sometimes, yeah.
Seriously.
No, all the
Yeah.
shops here are
Oh, here?
still,
Oh,
Still
yeah.
expensive.
I mean, you could go in there and find
You
deals.
can buy a $20
Yeah.
eighth for sure.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't care. So I go in there and look for the Blue Dream or the Green Crack or whatever the best energy sativa that I can find, and they're always reasonably priced.
Yeah. Sure,
yeah.
But they're still,
Man.
there's $70 eights out there, and I'm like, how are you? You
Yeah.
know, but then I look around and go, a nice fucking building, man. All these people are getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, it's all of them are nice environments. I
Yeah.
haven't been in any that are.
Yeah, it's like an Apple fucking store. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, come
Dude,
on, dude.
yeah,
This
we
is
got
just getting
some
a
up
little
in
much.
Portland that are like, yeah.
Portland's pretty saturated,
like
so you've
very
got some
high-end.
nice high-end shops where you could probably still spend $70 for a fucking eighth.
Right.
And then you go a little further out, and these people are just like, man, all I have is fucking kind of green bud or whatever.
Yeah.
And like nothing's gonna be over $40, whatever you got. It's fucking, you know,
And it's all gonna get you.
yeah,
that
you can buy
shop's totally
an
different.
ounce for $45.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The shop's not looking. It's looking
Yeah,
more
it's
like
it's
that side street
It's
shop.
definitely one of those like I could get robbed here. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm gonna be in and out. I don't come here at night.
Yeah.
It's like middle of the day. I'm going get my weed. And,
When it
Yeah.
first started, man, I went to LA and down into the valley, and was like, "Oh, hey, I have my card.
Oh yeah.
Let me find a spot." And then I looked up and found a spot, and I walked into that spot, dude. Whew, it was scary, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, it was all Samoan. So everybody was like 10 foot tall and 900 pounds and looked
Yeah.
like they would
Huge
barbecue
dudes.
you.
Yeah.
And they're all like, they were the nicest people. But I still was, when I walked in there, I was just like,
Yeah.
oh no. That's one of those things, I
gotta
don't get that
fucking
feeling. I got that feeling like, no, man. Please
I gotta
don't
fight
be attracted
Dwayne The
to
Rock
me.
Johnson for this weed right now.
No, you're
yeah.
fighting Dwayne's fucking crackhead cousin, you know, that's not in shape. He's just 900 pounds.
He's just a huge dude. He'll
Yeah.
fucking crush
Big
you. He'll
fucking
fucking
crusher.
dude. Oh man.
Yeah, man. I was thinking the other day, like how much fun it was, like when we would go on tour, right? Like
yeah.
because you went on some tours with us.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
how much fun
Did
we
you
would just have.
go to just go?
Just to
Just
go.
went.
Yeah.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
I
Tag
tell you
What
what,
did you,
I
did
got-
you do
I
the
got-
West Coast tour with
Yeah,
Ox, right?
I got gas money. I don't run your merch booth, right? Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys need, just tell me what to do. I'll
Yeah.
load shit up all day long. You guys do your
Right.
thing. I'll load the stage.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just to fucking kick it and go on tour.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fucking good
Sounds
time.
fun.
Yeah.
Fucking good time.
Man.
Craig and I are going to start a
Yeah.
band pretty soon.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That's awesome.
You guys need saxophone player. I'm fucking into it.
We don't.
We're going to call it punk, but we're spelling it completely different.
The French way. The French Canadian way.
Tony is always.
Nothing Canadian.
Yeah.
Talk about
Damn
sauce.
Yeah, dude, Tony has always pulled out the most random instrument, and you're like,
yeah.
why do you know how to play that? Like saxophone, or
Yeah.
like a didgeridoo, or a
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh, I saved
I mean,
your ass from that. He was
Thank
gonna
you.
bring it
I
down.
appreciate you.
I was like,
I really wish you would have done
I know,
it.
it's just
Just get cultured. That's all. Just get some culture, okay? I'm sorry you grew up in fucking Trone.
I took these fucking guys. I got, hey, there's this great band playing at the Great, right?
Oh yeah, he
And
took us to a jazz
and we
show.
had
me
just
and Rosie.
yeah,
Oh my God.
and then and Jim and I had just had a whole podcast on how much he hates the flute. And the first thing the guy does is come out and start playing the flute. And it didn't take too long, and they got up and left. And I'm just like, you are just so just
I remember him saying
desert rat. What an uncultured turd bucket, dude. There's nothing, you know what I mean? I'm surprised you wear shoes. You know?
It's the most fucking ear-grating pussy instrument I've ever heard.
Have you heard you playing bass?
Yeah, I have. I
Yeah.
know a lot of these things.
So I
I
take
don't
it.
know what's
what it
gonna
is.
drain an ear
Like,
hole.
like a saxophone I can deal with. It's the range, right? Like
Yeah.
in saxophone you get high, you get low.
Yeah, yeah.
Flute is just nothing but. And I'm like, I fucking hate it, dude. And even my wife hates it.
Dude,
She's
they
like,
both got up and
Yeah,
left.
like
They both got up
as
and
soon
left.
as like they played a solid 20 minutes and no flute, and I'm like,
The flute
this
can
is
be rough. I get
you
that.
know,
I mean,
I got it. Like,
Yeah.
and they were a really great band.
They
They
were
were very
amazing,
talented.
man.
Yeah.
Surefire Sun Band or something like that. Anyway, really good. But this motherfucker rolled up and he's like. And immediately, I just look at Jay and he's already like,
Love it.
like loving every second of it. And then
I
like,
already been like, I was already like this with my old lady.
I can't wait till Christmas. It just fucking drives me.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and then even Rosie was like, "This is too much fucking flute. Yeah, we got to get the fuck out of here. You know, this is done. Like we've seen all we need to see. They're very talented. It's really good. This flute. If this guy's gonna be standing out here with this flute the whole time, we're out. Like
You
you know,
would
so we
hate the
left.
shows he goes to.
Oh, I couldn't even.
Yeah.
But Tony would fucking do shit to me. Dude.
There's some stuff that's hard. My buddy Chris, I love him to death. We both are into jazz. He's always just a little softer. So I go, I'm like, oh my god,
He likes that
this is
new
some real
age
stuff.
shit.
Real.
Can't even.
That, would be,
Real
that
smooth.
shit would be playing
Real
in
fucking
purgatory for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I was
Yeah.
gonna go to hell or on the way there,
Dude.
put on like a soft new age jazz. Oh my
I
god.
try to go to stuff that's a little more wild and a little off.
Sure.
I mean, like I like bebop a lot, and bebop is kind of like the
Awesome.
punk of the jazz
Yeah.
world. You know, it's a little wild, it's a little crazy. Like it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm into that. And, I'm
Unsyncopated
into some other
bullshit.
shit, whatever.
No,
But I
Tony's
mean,
always
it's
got some crazy shit.
I like funky jazzy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
Funky
like
jazz
the
is good
bebop
shit.
and stuff's great. I don't mind So long as it doesn't get too, like if it's too slow.
Yeah, it can be too slow.
It can be a little bit too slow. But I love freeform jazz and sitting there listening to them, get into it. And, really talented musicians, like, unlike any fucking thing.
Yeah, well, here's why Tony would drive me nuts, right? I'd come in, because we're sharing a room, I'd fucking come in drunk or whatever, go lay down on my bed, and Tony's still up doing shit, you know what I mean? And we're in the same room, so you can't do nothing, right? Then I hear Tony spark up a bowl, he clears the bowl, doesn't offer me any, that's fine, right? And then as I'm about to fall asleep, I hear... And he's fucking now he's playing a didgeridoo, dude. Like as I'm falling asleep, and I'm like, you're gonna send me into another fucking dimension that I'm not ready for, dude. Like I'm not ready to fight anything in whatever dimension you're fucking in, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why are we doing this? Like, can you not the amount of times I said, can you stop playing the didgeridoo while I'm sleeping is like insane to me. Like
nobody should have to say that more than once, like in a lifetime.
Or can you put the saxophone down? Or the clarinet? What was it? No, it was saxophone. And then what else did you
No,
use
I
to
didn't
fuck
get the
with?
saxophone until a couple of years
Later.
ago. But
What was it? The trumpet?
No.
No, what was it
I don't
that you
know
were
what I
playing back
had
in the
now.
day?
I don't remember now.
It was something that was
like-
not acceptable.
He was
Yeah.
obviously very dedicated to it.
Yeah. It was, but yeah, the things I feel like. Stop.
I did buy a recorder, and the moment I brought it home, Craig, bam, snapped it right in half. Just like-
That
and it was
I
like,
would
this is-
too. Fuck recorders. Fuck recorders, man. They're the worst.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Well, that's that. I'm gonna-
Did the world a service, Craig. Like, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, dude.
None of those are ever
One
into.
day, I had it. One fucking day.
But you also broke my brand new bong, playing
That
Magic.
was ours. We split it.
It was mine as soon as you broke it. But fucking these motherfuckers, I'm in my room, and these two nerds would be playing Magic the Gathering. It's like this fucking card game for incels, essentially, right? Like, and I'd come in, was it you and Panic or something?
Yeah, me and Chris Panic.
Oh my god, dude, I come in the room and I'm like, there's fucking Magic the Gathering cards. There's not a lot of floor space around here. They're playing Magic the Gathering, blah, blah, and then, what? I don't remember, you broke it as you were, we had just bought this brand new bong.
Yeah, nice fucking big double chamber. Fucking
It was like beautiful.
$150
No,
bong.
it was-
Just
yeah.
like, it was like really, most money we'd ever spent on anything. Oh my
Best
god, that's
Yeah,
fucking-
It was basically
crazy.
like our baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we had it a week.
Oh, you broke the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes,
Bro,
he
it's like,
tells
cool,
me-
that's yours, you $75.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I got really bad news. I'm like, what? And he's like, I broke the bong. I'm like, you piece of shit,
Doing
dude.
what? Doing what?
Yeah, doing what? And I walk
Playing
in,
Magic with
the
Panic
Gathering
on the floor.
I'm like, oh,
Did you guys hang out after that, or did you just fucking turn around and walk out?
I probably left
Take
it.
your axe
Yeah.
and go fucking chop a tree down across the street or something. Get rid of some of that Neanderthal energy
I
that you carry
almost got
with you.
punched. That was the one time I was like, oh, Craig's gonna hit me. I might get punched for this. And deservedly so.
Did you guys ever get in a fight?
No.
No, I think maybe we had a couple like
had a couple
arguments every
arguments.
once in a
Yeah.
while, but nothing like crazy.
Nothing got
ever.
like came to blows.
We never really got into major fights, I
No,
don't think.
no,
yeah.
I don't think ever once. Not that I can remember.
I think we'd get it all out when we were drunk.
Tony's
Yeah.
looking like, I might be outweighed on this
Yeah.
one. I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe if I have my didgeridoo now.
But if he caught me, I'm gonna catch him. As soon as he catches me, I'm fucking doomed.
No, man, I got good I don't get real. I mean, I'm generally a nightmare, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't do the explosion like.
Yeah.
If something's pissing me off about you, I'll fucking let you know most
You're
of
at
the
like
time.
9 all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a solid 9.4. You know what I mean?
But once he crosses that, suddenly, people that I've seen Craig get pissed at people, and suddenly everyone's like, oh. Oh.
Shit just gets serious.
You better fucking apologize and walk away, dude. 'Cause it's not. I can't help you. I can't do shit.
It's more unwealthy.
I'm gonna,
does change,
I'm gonna turn around.
I can
you do
change
what
the
I-
whole entire temperature in a room like pretty quick.
On a daily basis, when we're hanging out together and we have these conversations, the similarities between us
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
just amazing. My lady and I were doing something the other day. We were driving down Victoria, and there was some little fucking old junky dude sitting in the car next to me holding a little chihuahua in his lap. And he had the whole junky, like, nodding face look on him. And, and I look over, and the fucking dog was cute as shit. And I look over, I smile, I see the dog, and I'm just kind of giggling, and I'm fucking what a cute little dog in my head, and I kind of look back out, and then I turn around and I hear, what the fuck are you looking at? And my lady's never seen this come from me before. But I went, I'm looking at your cute dog, you junky piece of fucking shit. I'll fucking kill you, you son of a bitch. I just fucking lost my shit, man. Okay, also, I started on testosterone again, so I think that maybe that might have something to do with it. But
Juiced, a little juiced over there.
I couldn't. I stopped.
You're a cute fucking dog.
Oh, dude, I talked about how cute dog was and what a junky piece of shit he was repeatedly.
Fuck you.
Yeah, dude. And then we got around the corner, we're driving,
Give me that dog.
and my lady's just all, wow.
That was something.
I've never seen that from you before, ever. And I go, yeah, well, I try to keep that one buried down deep inside of me, but again, fuck that junky piece of shit.
I came home once and Craig's in the backyard fucking punching the fence. What the fuck are you
I don't
doing?
have a
He's like,
Bakiwa board.
I want to punch through someone's face one day. And maybe Kill Bill had just come out. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
probably.
He's like, I want to fucking
No, he
two-finger
watched
punch someone.
Bloodsport is
through
what
the
it was.
face.
He saw him doing a Makiwa board on a fucking Bloodsport video.
Jesus, the fence, dude. God damn it.
For a hole through that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
And then poke somebody in the chest with those fingers after you were done. I bet you that hurt, huh, little buddy?
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
I don't months I'd practice that. I would just
Thinks,
fucking whack.
I want to punch through someone's
I did the
face.
same shit, dude. I did the same
Two
thing.
fingers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you also
I think it must have been one of the kung fu movies we
Oh, yeah.
watched.
Yeah, that was it,
Yeah,
man.
I
I,
was
I
like,
conditioned my knuckles
whatever it was,
completely
he was
wrong.
just like,
Watching those movies.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of weird shit like
Yeah,
that.
were you also the one that would like flip like those big ass tires because you were like practicing to like pick up a car or something?
Yeah, I would do a lot of shit like that. Yeah.
He was kicking something one day.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And he was like, every time I stand in this corner, a car cuts the corner and almost hits me. So I'm gonna kick the fuck out of a car. I'm gonna move
I
that
wanted to
fucking
be
car.
hard enough to move a car.
fucking insane. What are you doing?
I was fucking kick walls. Whoa!
Yeah,
as hard
just
as I
like
could.
boot these
Trees,
walls to fucking just like, what?
Yeah, I
Like
had, like,
someday
things that
I'm
I
gonna
wanted-
kick a car and move that bitch. I'm like,
It sounds like an 8-year-old with like
I literally was
animals.
disorder.
Animals.
so dumb, dude. But I was dead serious. Like, I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. No, he was.
Everyone would be like, "That's fucking stupid." I'm like, until it happens. Until it happens, and someone comes in, I go, "Bam!" and a fucking car goes, "Arr!" and everyone's like, "Oh no! Wait a minute!"
Whoa.
I was totally convinced. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
That was. Oh,
I used to have all sorts of weird shit I
yeah.
would do like
things.
that.
Like, this dude's a fucking man.
Or like when we were
young
doing Visigoth, remember I would practice. Visigoth is a game we used to play where you hit hands, right? It's like an old Viking game,
Yeah, you
right?
draw a line, one person stands on the other side,
Yeah.
and you just smack hands and try to
And you
push
try
the
to get
person
each
out.
other.
Yeah.
So first person moves their foot or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the Visigoth things, the '86 shit we used to do at the park. You know, Barney. You ever met Barney? You know Barney.
Yeah, I know Barney, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Barney
Big
was
dude.
the indomitable
The biggest
object.
dude we knew for a while. He's like our
100%.
largest friend.
Yeah. And he was reigning champion forever. And I was like, I'm fucking taking this, dude. I'm taking this from you.
Oh my God.
I'm taking this championship from me. He's like, go fuck yourself, dude.
I hate
He's got
getting
an
paired with
80,
Barney. Every
80
time
plus
it's-
inch reach.
dude's
You know
gonna
what I
kill
mean?
me.
He's huge, dude.
Yeah.
He's
He's
so
just
fucking
like-
big, dude.
Yeah.
And so for months, literally everything I could, brick walls, trees, fucking
like-
whatever, I was like, whoosh, whoosh, and I would just fucking whoosh. And I beat his ass.
Yeah?
Did
So,
you?
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I was reigning
Nice.
champion
Did
for
you
like 2
ever
years.
think to maybe just do one push-up? You know, maybe just jump down there and do some push-ups instead of...
That's not what this is about.
That's not-
That's not what this
that's
is
not
about.
that
This
style
is
of
about
training.
balance of your feet and embracing for impact. Okay?
Yeah.
So your head's not even in the fucking realm of what's going on here. Okay. But yeah, I had so many dumb things that I would
God damn. It was,
I was so dead serious,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh man. Yeah. Into it. It's like, this is going to happen. I'm like, okay.
I forgot about kicking the car.
God damn. And I have to admit, I took some inspiration from that. Like, all right, well, just do it then. If you're gonna do a thing, just fucking do it. Just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep fucking doing it until I get it done. And if I don't, well then fuck everybody.
I bet I could rock a car right now, dude. now you got me.
I mean, you can get, you get a solid rock.
wait for it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a rock.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could fucking. I bet I could.
yeah. I mean, a solid dent is going in that car.
I
You fucking
think, well, battery weight, but I think you can probably roll a Prius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Batteries weigh a lot, man.
like
Oh,
fucking
for sure.
smart car,
Yeah,
84
definitely.
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
or a
sure.
bug.
Volkswagens are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart car. I bet I
I
could.
would love to
bet I
watch
could
you
fucking
walk
rub
up
it.
and try to push on a smart car. It's gonna feel
Yeah,
it's like you're fucking a robot. You're just gonna look so awkward and weird the second you walk up next to it. Everybody's like, what is going on,
happening?
dude?
Oh my god, he's gonna flip it. Yeah, I had a lot of weird deals with grandeur.
lot
dude.
of-
That I was dead set on.
Oh, yeah,
And I thank you for indulging me.
Yeah,
with it.
Your
We had a
delusions
whole
of grandeur
weapon
got
wall
us
too.
here.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Oh, yeah.
they were airsoft guns, but they looked real as fuck. If you're not close to it, they
Yeah.
looked real as fuck. Swords, and he would open the blinds. There were homies across the street and just
Oh,
gangsters
yeah.
in that neighborhood. So he's like, no, I'm gonna make a whole weapon wall and open these windows so people see inside the house and see we are fucking
We are
loaded.
armed.
Yeah.
Armed to the teeth. Come in here and fucking fuck with us. I dare you.
Witness us.
We've got axes, we've got crossbows, we've got guns, like guns, like
Yeah, not there.
yeah, fuck with us.
I
Yeah.
totally understand.
Totally, dude.
Yeah,
Had
I'm
to
with
make a
you on that
statement,
one
yeah.
100%.
And how many of those parties got
None.
weird, dude,
Yeah.
in Montalvo? You know what I
Well,
mean?
well, yeah.
Do you remember you were gone when the that fucking tweaker would try to come in the house and party? Like
no.
when we moved to Peacock,
Oh yeah.
right? So we were at Hummingbird, and
And then you moved around.
we moved around, literally around corner
Yeah.
to another apartment, right? And there's like this fucking homie was coming by, and he would like Hummingbird was full. They had already burnt
Oh, yeah.
the kitchen down.
Yeah.
It was fucking chaos
That
at
place was
Hummingbird,
fucked.
and I was out of there. So
Yeah.
I'd go over there and I'd be fucking drinking some beers, and this tweaker fucking homie would like try to walk in and like, and they were all. You know, I love my friends, but they're fucking soft, dude. And they would be like, oh, and he'd be standing in the living room like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking, what's up, dude? Yeah, like doing weird shit, like, and no one would tell him to leave. And so he had gotten in like a few times, right?
Yeah.
And so one party, I was like, nah, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, fool? Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, whatever you think is going on is not. Get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
dude. Like, so I boot him out, right? And later on that night, he fucking, I guess I was standing by the front door and I was pretty hammered. And he fucking opened the door again and poked his head in. And so I was like standing behind the door. So all I see is this like tweaker's face like come out of the edge. And I went, wham! I kicked the fucking door as hard as I could, dude. And this dude went, Dink! And I mean, he was fucking in the yard, dude. Like completely fucking, I mean, I probably fucking, I concussed the fuck out of this dude. I kicked that
Smashed
thing
his
so,
skull.
like I was moving the car, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
You've been
I
practicing.
mule kicked that fucker, and he was passed out for 2 fucking hours on the fucking lawn. The homies came by, and it became a thing, you know. And like people were walking in the house with like 12 packs, and they're like, "There's some fucking guy passed out on the lawn." I'm like, "Yeah, he's fine." Dude. I was like, "Yeah, God."
While Craig's walking out there with a mirror holding up to his nose. Yeah, we're good.
He's breathing.
He was alive. He was
breathing.
snoring.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was there for. I swear to God, it felt like 2 hours, and then
That's
I got
hilarious.
like. I knew the old school homies in that neighborhood, and I was like, "Look, dude."
Yeah.
You know, they're like, "What the fuck, dude? Blah blah blah." He wants to do. I'm like, he can do whatever he wants, but this guy's coming into our fucking house, and we
Yeah.
told him to get out numerous times. We're like, "Oh, all right, dude."
Like,
I'm
that's
like,
what-
"Oh, also you come in too. Fucking see what happens."
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I got another mule kick for you. Yeah,
Lock the loose.
yeah. It was weird. That
Yeah,
neighborhood
it was a weird. It was a really strange. Well, the fucking first night we
Yeah,
moved
remember the
in,
first day?
we're unloading a couch from the truck and fucking. So there's like one set of apartment buildings and then another set in a little alleyway.
Tiny
and then
little
on the other
sidewalk.
side there's a little like fucking strip mall and there was a police front there. So you know a few cops hang out there, whatever. And we're moving shit out, and we hear this hup, 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 hup. Like, what the fuck? And we look like 4 cops with shotguns and a fucking AK.
SWAT, basically.
SWAT
No,
shit.
SWAT, yeah.
Fucking rushing through the alleyway. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Rush across the street and fucking kick the door open, and suddenly homies are scrambling out of the windows, and they're fucking just. It's like like a fucking anthill, just like right out. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
They're busting people, no gunshots or anything, but they were fucking serious.
Yeah, they
Where
were
did we
getting
just
somebody in there.
fucking move
Yeah.
to? There's a SWAT team across
Right.
the street now. fucking homies up right now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
totally.
Like, we're-
we have half of our futon in like, we're like, I'm like shoving Tony through the door.
Just fucking go. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Jesus.
It's crazy over there,
Yeah,
man.
it was fucking wild times, man. Fucking drive-bys in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
at one
that's the
point,
first I'd ever heard
people in
of
the
that.
apartments were shooting across the street at each other. And I was like, Jesus fucking
It's
Christ.
3
Like,
streets in Montalvo.
yeah, just those three. Just those 3 blocks.
Just those 3.
Yeah.
Dangerous as fuck. Outside of that, nobody even cared. But those 3 blocks were packed with
Say
fucking.
the avenue's the same way.
Yeah, it's so
If you go to
fucking
Camarillo,
caught on
which
Ramona and
everybody's
the
like
wrong
Camarillo
moment.
ain't shit, but there's Berry Street and Camarillo.
Berry Street, yeah.
You got
They
like
play over
3
there.
little
3
apartment
blocks.
complex
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah.
and It's like
Dangerous as fuck
gnarly.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild, man.
Yeah, man. Those
Yeah,
fucking wild
those
times.
homies had no idea it was. They didn't. There were 7 apartments of our friends on that one cul-de-sac.
Yes.
Yeah.
They thought they were badass, and they saw all of us
So
moved in, and they
outnumbered.
didn't. So
They're
they
like,
were
okay,
not fucking
this
with
is
us.
nuts.
Yeah.
They were fucking seriously outnumbered, and those they're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, these white people are fucking crazy.
They were. We were.
We have a reputation.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We straight
have a
colonized.
reputation.
Yeah.
We colonized Montalvo.
That whole, that
We
whole,
made
that
Montalvo
corner
great again.
anyway. Yeah.
Like, this is ours now, as is our tradition.
How'd I know?
Yeah. Holy shit.
I
that
was telling someone that the other day. Like, someone was saying something about gentrification and this and that. And I was like, you realize that punkers are the best gentrifiers on earth.
Oh, yeah.
We are fucking 100
Send
and
them
0. Punkers move into the scariest fucking neighborhoods, set up shop,
By
and then
groups,
make it.
though. Like,
yeah, but
in
that's
groups,
how.
it's not
Yeah,
like 2 people. They
we
can
are
fucking 15
the
of us
greatest
moved in.
gentrifiers on earth. Like we will. We will.
Hold on. Gentrification adds to the community. It helps build the community up in a
Well, we
different
kinda do
way that then makes the value of the homes, and it
Right.
changes everything, and it makes it
Sure.
like a different spot. Granted, it does drive a bunch of people out. Not once have you guys done that, and then everybody's like, "Oh shit, let's open up a coffee shop."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
We're
I mean,
colonizers.
Yeah.
But I feel like
colonizers,
the punkers come first, then the artists come next,
Yeah.
and then
It's usually
the-
what it is.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
paved
One
that
and the
way,
same.
and
Yeah.
then
And then here come bitches with fucking lattes.
Exactly.
White bitches
Yeah.
with lattes.
Yes.
Nowadays, it's fucking tech jobs that are like,
Yes.
"Hey, we gotta have someplace to live, and we don't give a fuck about you
We got
guys."
peop- Yeah, people move up to
I
Portland.
stay inside
from,
all day
like-
anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. People move up from like, Silicon Valley or whatever, and like they're paying like millions of dollars cash in hand for homes. Like people cannot even compete.
Yeah, you
like
can't
it's just like
No.
fuck out of here with all that goddamn money.
They're the biggest hypocrites because
Yeah.
they're all about,
goddamn.
Oh yeah.
oh, we're
Biggest not in my
you know,
neighborhood
yeah.
people. Like fucking dude.
Yeah, all that fucking.
They complain about the situation, but they're not willing to like
Do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of
or
hypocrisy
even just
there.
like handle some discomfort from time
Right,
to time. It's
right.
like,
But
oh,
they
I'm
don't
so
have
sorry.
to. They just go and pay
Yeah.
the governor to
Exactly.
go, hey,
Yeah.
we're going to make it so
Move
you
them
can't
over
park in
there.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't want that
exactly.
homeless like camp, that like fucking poor neighborhood that you're building right there. I don't want that in
Yeah.
my neighborhood. I don't want
Ventura
it.
recently passed in Ventura where you can't park your trailer in front of your house overnight. So you can't have any trailers parked in the street overnight.
Really?
anymore.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
fuck.
When I'm like, I have a trailer.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you
what am
do
I?
now?
It has
What are
to be
you-
in
where are
my
you supposed to-
driveway.
Yeah, jeez.
You know, but like when we go someplace and we know we're going someplace, I pull it in front of my house and I hook it up and I get everything set up.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it
overnight
happen
is
yet.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think in Oregon it's like you can I think a week. I think that's the
Yeah,
max.
Portland changed
They
it,
can
and they
park on
had
a
like
public street.
I don't know, it was like a safe haven law or whatever. But if your home was your car,
Yeah.
you weren't really allowed to be harassed. So
Right.
you could leave it there for
Yeah.
like 2 weeks, and then you had to move. And
Yeah.
so people would fucking overstay, so you'd have to call the police. Like, all right, well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna go there. We're gonna put a sticker on their car, and then 2 weeks after that, like, they've already been there for a fucking month.
Right.
Get them
Yeah.
the fuck out. Like, nah, this is the first report. So we go, we give
Yeah.
them a fucking warning, put the
thing.
sticker on their car, and then they got 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Speaking of soft and not soft people, so can you imagine if you have somebody like in your house that won't leave your house, or parked in front of your house that have been there and they're just nasty and creating an environment?
Yeah.
If you left, went and rented a car, and came back with this convenient mask you have to wear all the time, and got out with a baseball bat and tapped on their car and said, "If you guys don't move, Tomorrow,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to move with an ambulance.
Yeah.
Do you guys understand?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
go back in your rental, drive back
Yeah.
around the corner,
Right?
and then come back. You know?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But that's what people don't do anymore. I couldn't
Oh, yeah.
imagine.
No, we
you
had
know,
a situation this last summer before maybe. There was a van that they were there for about 2 weeks. It was during that heat wave we had. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like an
16.
SUV.
Yeah, it was like
Something.
melting
Yeah.
panels
It
off the
was
wall.
insane,
and shit, wasn't
yeah.
it?
Dude,
That's
And
insane
these
up there.
two tweakers are living in this van, and in the like heat of the day, like it's a couple that's in there.
Screaming and yelling.
This bitch would like wander around the streets like naked as the day she's born, and just like screaming obscenities of like all nature,
Yeah.
like and you're just like, what the fuck can we do about
Well,
this?
yeah, you call the
know?
police and they go, well, is somebody being hurt?
They
Is
do
she
a
being
welfare
attacked?
check.
I go, no, I mean,
Yeah.
she's just
You're like,
fucking,
she's hurting my feelings. Can you get her quicker?
just come fucking check on
Yeah.
them. Like, well, we'll send someone out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, they come by, like, what's going on? And they're like, fuck off, we're fine. They go, all right, fine, you're fine. They said
Yeah.
they're fine, so whatever. They leave, like, God
hands
damn
Yeah.
it.
Of course, yeah.
And
So
they
Johnny
don't
like
really-
went out to well, there was like a domestic dispute started one afternoon, and he went down to like kind of like not totally intervene, but just be like, get the fuck out, right?
Right.
And dude hauled up and hit him, and like that guy fucked up because like two of
He
our
hit
buddies.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, God,
Really?
yeah.
Right
Well,
there.
I should have been
Sucker punched
watching
him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the girls in the street was like, hey, are you all right? Are you
Yeah.
fucking okay? And he kept getting in my face, like, hey, back the fuck up. And he's like, you know what? Boom. I was like, oh, fuck, I
You
should
fucked up, bro.
have been looking at this
Yeah.
fucking dude instead
Yeah.
of her.
But as
Right.
soon
So-
as that happened,
Yeah. As soon as that happened, I had friends in the house like, what the fuck?
Bats.
2-3 friends come out, bats, boom, takes this dude down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whip his ass.
Yeah.
Got
Good.
whooped.
yeah,
Good.
So that guy
He
fucking
shit.
disappeared.
And they probably left.
And they,
right?
Yeah.
and they left. And,
Did it.
and he's never been back.
Fucking did it.
You guys
Should've
Yeah.
done it
Have you
day
guys
one.
ever
Yeah.
seen a canister of bear spray?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a
It's a big ass
small,
fucker.
and
Yeah.
it shoots like
20 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Spray the car from your
And
yard.
that's the next move. Like, yeah, all right, we'll do
Throw a
that.
bunch of fucking magic cards around you so that nobody can see you. You go hide in the bush and then pray to whatever D&D god you got and maybe shoot at them and
Put on some
you'll
smooth
be
jazz.
okay.
That's what I feel like I'm gonna come out with the smooth jazz and set that there. Like, I'll make you listen to this all day.
Yeah.
Like
All
that.
day.
I'm gonna turn it up. There you go.
I used
like
to listen to
bebop
classical
jazz?
music in my car, and we've talked about this much, but I used to sell dope, and so I would cruise around at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be lit, dude. I'd be stoned, drinking. I'd cruise around in my car, and I'd turn classical like Beethoven,
Yeah.
and all kinds of and I would just be enjoying the shit out of myself. But that's how people would know it was me coming through town. So then all of a sudden, they'd be like,
Like, is that
Beethoven.
Bronx?
I need a 20. You got crack? I need a
It's like the
20.
new Ice Cream Man
Yeah.
song. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, Beethoven? Yeah, I need a sec.
I just be lit though, man.
Yeah.
Just happy, chilling, and yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You guys,
soft jazz.
I'm sorry. When are you guys going to Japan?
October.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're gonna meet up with Kenji actually in Tokyo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going too?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, he's got a
You
big
guys are
trip
gonna
he's
twin it?
doing.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah.
We gotta look at, like,
get Twinny over there. It's like, oh, man. It's going to be one.
Little twin.
I don't know.
You know what? If the Japanese people mistake you for twins,
I feel like
you
if
know
I-
it.
Oh yeah, then
yeah.
that's solid.
You know
yeah.
Well, I was telling you, we went to
You're just
Thailand,
wrong.
and all the Thai people thought I
dude,
was like
that's so
either
funny.
Thai. Well, so we learned a few phrases just to like not be a dick. Like
yeah.
learn how to say hello, learn how to say where you know.
I'm sorry.
I'm
That's a
sorry.
big one.
Where's the toilet? Like a few little things.
Yeah.
So you know, sawadee cup is like just hello, basically. So you say that. Oh, hey, you're Thai. Like no. I just like
Thanks,
saying because I was trying to be
Yeah.
fucking polite. They go, you're not Thai. I was like, no, I'm Mexican. They go, nah.
Nah, you're Thai.
You must be Malaysian. I was like,
You're
I'm
Malaysian.
not fucking Malaysian. I'm fucking Mexican as fuck. Like,
Nah, you're not.
all right, fine. I'm
Okay, I don't know
whatever,
what I
dude.
am.
I just want to order some fucking food. Just-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
we were so sure that he was gonna like we did that 23andMe. My mom
Oh, yeah.
gave all of us one of those kits, and we were sure.
That's like,
We're
here it comes.
Something in the
Something
Asian
Asian,
world was
something.
coming
Nothing,
down.
huh?
Not a
Native- how much
fucking
Native
red
American,
cent.
though?
Yeah.
Well, it
lot.
comes up as indigenous American.
North
So,
American.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
Well, it just means it's like my people are from here, part of Mexico,
Yeah.
Southern California before it was
Right, right.
America.
Before there
whatever.
was a
So, you know, it's like
line.
that
Yeah.
part, you know, it's...
So do they do the indigenous to the area?
Yeah,
Kinda,
it's,
yeah.
to the
Alright.
area, yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come up as Native American because
Yeah.
it's different,
Yeah.
I guess, or whatever. I mean, I don't know. People have,
Yeah,
you know, like,
Chumash is
you're
completely
Indian, but
different
you're
than
not
Native
like
American.
real Indian. You're like Mexican Indian, so that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
right.
It's fucking different.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, so it came up as like 53% indigenous and then like 40-some% Southern European, which I think my grandpa's family comes from Portugal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
So that makes a little bit of sense.
So there was some colonization on there. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if there's,
Oh, yeah.
if there's somebody in there that's
Up in
going to be dirty colonizer, it's definitely
right.
the Portuguese.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of this, a little bit of like Ashkenazi Jew, and a little bit of like sub-Saharan African. And a little
So
bit
you
of-
had somebody that would control the money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
you had
sound
the
like
colonizer with the
literally
money
the perfect
controller.
race.
You were coming up. Yeah, you had it going on.
Yeah, but nothing came up Asian. Nothing
No,
not at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought-
Wild.
For sure, because I know
Native.
like a lot of Koreans moved to Mexico,
Yeah.
you know, years and years
And
ago,
Chinese.
and Chinese,
Yeah.
and you know they intermingled and you
Yeah.
know whatever. So I thought for sure that would happen because I've got on my dad's side of the family 2 twins that are fucking Chinese as fuck, man.
Oh,
Everybody
really?
all day long. They're like, oh yeah, you guys must be Chinese, blah blah blah. I'm like,
We
no,
call them
we're
cochinos.
fucking yeah. I'm like, no, we're Mexican. I'm like, oh, fucking no, you're not, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Even people in the family, like, are you sure you didn't? Grandpa didn't have a side piece or whatever. He's not. All right, whatever. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting when we go to Japan to like
We'll
see
see.
who like.
Do you guys have any big things that you're trying to do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
You're gonna
yeah.
Hero,
Yeah, we're
you're
gonna
go
do,
to Hero Sushi or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do some sumo wrestling, but or not go see it, not do it, but see it.
It'd be awesome if you
To
did
go
it.
witness it. But they're real regimented about it. So they train for 2 months and then they have a tournament. Everything's tournaments. They don't just have like
No.
random matches here
Right,
and there.
right.
It's like they train and then they
amazing.
have a tournament and then they train and they have a
Right.
tournament. So we're like right in between.
Oh, okay.
We would have picked a different day, but Kenji was like, hey, there's this awesome punk festival happening in October. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to Japanese punk festival.
That'd be
Awesome.
awesome.
So we're
I'm
gonna do
stoked
that.
about that.
That'll be fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
We're also gonna check out Tokyo Disney.
Yeah, Tokyo
really?
Disney.
There's a ton of shit there that they still have that they've changed out
old
at
school
the
shit.
American
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Disney's.
because
Yeah.
of the blue-haired people.
Yeah, so we got we got all this like I mean what like Tom Sawyer's Islands like
It's still
as
there,
what
yeah.
it was like
Oh,
when we were
wow, that's
kids
cool.
and
Because
like
now here
a bunch of stuff like
it's the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean island. So
Right.
it used to be
Yeah,
Tom Sawyer's
something
Island, and now
Yeah.
it's Captain
Oh,
Jack
that's cool.
Sparrow's Island or
Yeah.
something like
That
that.
don't
So it's
sound good, and
different.
I get it, but as growing up and reading Tom Sawyer and being heavily into it, the fact that they're like going, you can't say that, so we're going to change everything. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just part of history,
It's just
man.
history. Like,
Yeah.
just,
You have a
why you
problem
can't
with adult
erase
yeah.
shit. Just,
You're
yeah.
just like not talk about it.
Yeah.
That's the
Just let it
problem.
go. Let it
That's
go.
where the problem
If
like
you don't like
continues.
it, then don't read it. If you don't
Exactly.
want to, then don't. But
Yeah.
I'm going to show my kids this is
Yeah, it's
some
just
of the
to
greatest
participate.
literature
Yeah.
that was ever produced in the
Well,
Americas. Like,
when,
read it.
Yeah, when Harper Lee when they published the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, it was like it came out I don't know maybe 10 years ago or something, but
Oh,
like
really?
it was written that she wrote it right after To Kill a Mockingbird, but it came out now. But like it's still written in the context of that time,
Right.
and people were fucking
out.
Yeah.
furious with a lot of the like content. They were just like, "This is like how is this
This is
even
old
like
school
on the
racism," and it's
bestseller
like,
list and everything?" It's like it was written
I know. It's like
within
people
a
understood.
time.
We need to get more people that don't give a shit, that they can't read.
Yeah.
To then battle against all these people that don't have nothing else to do but read.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have time to read. I got to rebuild this car, or build your house, or do your pavement, or whatever else it is. And in the meantime, you have all the luxury of sitting there reading all day and then casting judgment on
Yeah,
all of us.
exactly. Yeah.
And being
Garbage
pissed
humans.
off at all the
Yeah.
shit that you're reading. I can't believe they would write that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Portlanders
look, man,
are.
if you come to me and you tell me what your pronoun is and I remember it, then great.
Yeah.
But if you also come to me and you look like Fred and you're trying to tell me that
Yeah.
you're Brittany and I call you Fred, you can't be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wear a
If you
name
walk
tag or
up to me and
something.
go,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
fat ass, I'm gonna go, yeah. Hey, you
Dumb
might
fuck.
want to
I'm
do
like,
that again. Yeah, hey, dipshit. Okay, what's up, Dad? You know,
Oh,
but
man.
don't
Yeah.
get upset. Just
Yeah.
you know, and that's the difference.
wild.
in-
Yeah.
The louder they are, the
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
they have to do.
I think the tide's changing. People
Yeah.
are done.
Yeah.
I hope so,
tired.
man, because
Yeah.
it's like it's exhausting. You
It
got
is.
so
It
many
is.
people that get up on a soapbox on somebody else's behalf. It's not even asking for it, you
Right.
know?
No.
It's just like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And I
nobody
try
asked
so
you to
hard
like
to
speak to
remember
this
that.
cause.
But it's tough. It's just like, oh, I forgot that you're this or that or whatever. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just.
I don't talk to people at my work.
Forgot.
I don't talk to them.
Yeah.
I don't engage with people. I avoid it as much as I possibly can because I am just terrified that they're going to go, yeah, come back in the office again.
Yeah.
You're going to go home again because you said something wrong again.
Yeah, my job at work is just to talk to people all day long.
Right.
I work at a grocery store, I pop in
Boy.
the grocery store, and everybody's like, all right, I gotta fucking talk to people and schmooze people and be that fucking, be the nice guy. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
just trying to remember that, okay, you do this, all right.
How long
you're
have you been doing it, though?
15 years?
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're coming up on it. I mean, you got in there before they fucked everything up for the grocery workers?
Kind of. Well, I work for Trader Joe's, so
Yeah.
it's not,
Oh,
it's
okay,
non-union.
right. Yeah.
So it's always been kind of, I mean, they've always
But
treated
it
us
is
really
filled
well.
full of blue airs.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
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 Well, you're doing the Lord's work too.
Yeah, you are. Great company.
Yeah.
Can you
really
look
good
at-
people.
Yeah.
Hour and 45.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Edit some of that
Probably a
shit
good time to get out of here.
Yeah.
But well, dude, it's been a pleasure having you guys on.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
it was
it's been
awesome.
fun.
So
Really
much
enjoyed
spending
it.
time with you guys.
Oh, man,
me too.
always,
And
yeah.
I
It's,
always love when you guys come down.
it's
man.
always good to come down and know I have good friends here that I
Right.
can hang out with, and it's
Yeah.
still, it's old school. I mean, every time we hang out with you, it's like we picked up right where we left off.
Yeah.
No problem. No
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
no awkwardness, no whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, cool, sit down,
Yeah.
we're chatting. I mean, right now, we
Right.
fucking just talked fucking 2 goddamn hours about nothing. you know?
And could solidly keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could do another 2 hours. Continue.
I think Kenny might literally die. You can see him. He's about
I
ready
know
to
Kenny's
Spider-Man
been
jump
cracking
out
up
of his
back there
chair.
quite a bit, man. It seems like he's been enjoying it. The way he keeps staring at that monitor.
I
we need
honestly,
to
I
give him
have
a
to get
bigger
out of here
screen.
because I can't stop thinking about kicking cars now. I'm really like,
Gotta get your training going.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart
Next week, I'm gonna go over to the house. And he's gonna have a little fucking Maki-Wa board there. I'm gonna kick a car. I'm gonna kick
Dents
a
in all the cars in the neighborhood. Like, what the fuck? Someone came through and kicked the shit out of my car. What the fuck? You know anything about this? The fucking neighborhood app.
We got an old piece of shit car at my work, dude. I'm gonna start kicking the fuck out of that thing, dude. But anyway,
Just at the scrapyard, fucking
Love it.
at the pick and pull, fucking kicking shit.
yeah. Anyway, I love you for coming on.
Yeah.
So much.
Before we get out of here, guys, check out the Patreon, Get Heavy Podcast on Patreon.
Buy some
YouTube, subscribe. If you want a free way to support us, subscribe on YouTube. Hit the notifications bell. Check out our merch, Get Heavy Pod Shop, and I think that's it.
Check me out, 1091 Scandia Avenue.
There you go. Yeah. The garage.
I'll be there all weekend if you get this far into the podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. Oh, actually, we'll release this tomorrow?
No,
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll be
Wednesday's
there
the
all weekend.
podcast day. Yeah.
Nice.
Love you. Bye.
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 Bye.